Sucks.
That would be great. That would be great. And then that puts pressure on all of us to be like ready. Hey, by the way, first time I'm going to call you guys morons if you ask a dumb question.
Hey.
Okay. We'll get that tomorrow. So today,
Yes.
we have planned a mock draft exercise. I recognize not everybody wants to pay for the PFF draft simulator. There are other ones out there. I like the PFF one. I think they do a good job.
Yeah.
We're going to use it.
It's very user friendly.
And we're gonna make it happen.
Make it happen.
We're going to hold our
Make
own
your
feet
future.
to the
We're holding our
Yes.
own feet to the fire.
Yeah.
We will go through and exercise the likes that have never been done by us, at least. And I don't know how it's going to go because we're under pressure. One day we'll tell you how we made this sausage, but I'm not going to tell you because the simulator goes fast, and we're going to make each of the Chiefs first round picks unless we trade out of it, which trades are offered on the PFF simulator. We'll make both their picks, and we're going to give ourselves 8 minutes to discuss it and evaluate trades.
8.
That's what they have in the first round this year, so that's what we're going to give ourselves.
Yep.
Right? So that's coming up. We're going to get started here in a second on that. Coming up in the 3 o'clock hour, Michael Darcy, as I understand it, will join us for the feud. Red hot.
Darcy's 2-0, right, Darcy?
Yes. He never undefeated. He puts his undefeated championship on the line.
Yep.
So if you would like to go enjoy some wonderful Nick and Jake's, and
Which you
who
wouldn't-
doesn't,
Yes.
we'll need a contestant at 3 o'clock.
Michael Darcia.
That's right. 913-810-810. When we get to that point,
Yes.
and you can be a contestant, $25 gift card to Nick and Jake's guaranteed. We'll bump that to 40 if you win. So choose your partner wisely. Again, Michael Darcy, red hot.
You can either think he's due for a crash or he's hot.
You use it.
Because how many times have you heard this guy's 0 for 17? He's due.
Use that information however you want.
Darcy just said he's due for a stinker today.
Oh, well, there it is.
He's seeing the ball well.
Was that just a guy who's talking it down to keep the streak alive?
Could be.
Or is that a colossal boob who's been the luckiest fool that's ever been hatched on this planet the last 2 weeks? I don't know. That's for you to figure it out.
Sounds like a young Pete Enoch.
I think I was only here for one of them, right?
Yeah.
God, it feels like months ago. I was in Arizona. We must have had something going. We had something going on one of those Wednesdays or something. Then I thought.
Yeah, I feel like we canceled the feud 1 week.
I think we had to cancel 1 week or something. I can't remember
We
what was
didn't
going
feel
on.
like it.
But anyway, I digress.
Our spirit wasn't feeling it.
That's right. Thank you, Eric Berry. Tim Grunhard will be with us in the 4 o'clock hour. We'll talk some football. We'll make him review our mock draft. He can try to tell us what we got wrong, but we'll shout him down.
And he can mock our draft. We won't stand for it.
If he wants. J.J. Cooper from Baseball America is going to join us to talk some Royals in the 5 o'clock hour. Do we have to talk Royals, you might ask? Yes, we do. And you will listen to every word J.J. Cooper has to say because we have a microphone.
And you don't.
And you don't. And we do not want to send Kyle to strangle you with said microphone cord.
You can try calling in.
Catch the reference? Even that's too old?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
All right, perhaps I just missed it.
The Wedding Singer?
Never seen it.
Damn. There we go. Man, we're
Good
old.
one. It's a fun movie.
You've seen it?
Yes.
I thought that was outside of your...
Multiple times.
I thought that was about 50 feet over the fence for you.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right, let's get this thing going. Let's get this party started. We're going to start the simulator, and it's going to make all the picks, and this is how these things work.
Mm-hmm.
We have set it for less randomness. We have set it to value positional need, which is what I think teams really do.
Yep.
And we've set it to use a consensus board, so kind of the consensus of the mock drafts that are out there as kind of its draft day board.
Yeah.
All right? And so we're going to set it loose. I'm going to call out the picks. I've got it on the slow setting, which basically allows me long enough to read each pick.
Yeah.
And then it'll make the next one, the next one. And then we're going to pause at 7. We're going to kind of regroup as to what it is and take just a couple of extra minutes there as like, okay, we're getting close. Here's our board. What are we looking at? Because we're only going to lose one more guy from our board. And we're going to talk about what we're kind of hoping for to happen here. So here we go.
Yep.
All right? And we'll kind of assess what's happened and like whether or not we think, all right, this is a bit of a problem or what have you.
Before we start.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean,
Yeah, got to have that.
the production value on this show is off the charts. Thank you. I mean, that's,
Somebody wrote that.
he's not the best for nothing. All right? He's the best for that.
He's the best for that.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Let's start it off. All right, the Raiders are on the clock, and they select quarterback for Fernando Mendoza, Indiana.
Reach.
The Jets at 2, Arvell Reese, edge rusher from Ohio State. Number 3 is the Arizona Cardinals. They take David Bailey, edge rusher, Texas Tech. So 2 edge rushers gone already. Number 4, the Tennessee Titans take Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame. At number 5, the Giants, not worried about his driving skills or his short arms, take Reuben Bain, edge from Miami. 6, the Cleveland Browns take Francis Mauigoa from Miami, the tackle, and Carnell Tate. I paused it. Carnell Tate, the wide receiver from Ohio State, is off the board. So looked like we might have our pick of wide receivers. We don't. Carnell Tate has come off the board. So let's start the clock. I know we don't have to start the clock. We're reviewing our board, and then after the next pick, boom, I will start the 8-minute clock. So let me get my timer ready. Okay, there it is. All right. So right now, just to review, quarterback gone, Reese and Bailey gone. We're not shocked by that. Love gone. Not shocked by that. Maybe shocked that Reuben Bain's gone. All 3 edges that I had graded as first rounders are gone. You guys have any other edges you're itching to take now at 9?
Certainly not Keldrick Falk.
Not at 9. No.
Not at 9. No, not me. Not me. Mauigoa is gone. The best offensive tackle, but only 1 tackle. If he had any more, I actually have 5 offensive tackles rated as first rounders, and then Carnell Tate has gone, the wide receiver from Ohio State. So to look at my board, first rounders that are still there, I have Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State, Omar Cooper Jr., Indiana, and Mekhi Lemon of USC, wide receivers. I've got 3 wide receivers on the board. I got 1 tight end that's a first rounder, Kenyon Sadiq, that's still on the board. I got 4 tackles, Spencer Fano, Utah, Monroe Freeling, Georgia, Caden Proctor, Alabama, Blake Miller, Clemson. So I'm thinking, might be going tackle here. I've got Ione from Penn State. I have him graded as a true first rounder. I'm not taking him here, but I have him as a true first rounder. If we had clear medical on Caleb Banks, I have Caleb Banks graded as a first round defensive tackle, my only first round defensive tackle, but I need to know the medical.
Yeah.
All right. Arvell Reese from Ohio State is gone. David Bailey's gone. Reuben Bain's gone. Let's see, what do we have? Sonny Styles of Ohio State is still there.
Yep.
Jermon McCoy and Mansour Delane, 2 corners, are there, and Caleb Downs, safety, is there. So we got 2 corners on my board, 2 corners, potentially a D tackle, which I'll probably erase because we don't know his medical status right now. Yep. 2 corners, a safety, a linebacker, then 4 offensive tackles, a tight end, and 3 wideouts. What are we dreaming? What would you like the Saints to take? What could they realistically take that would make us happy?
If they reached on an edge, that's
yeah, probably, or even one of the safeties. Maybe they reach for Thieneman or Downs. I'm not down with the safety at 9.
Not wanting to take a safety. I wouldn't mind if they took a safety.
Yeah.
I can tell you that this already sucks. Can we agree? There's no edge there to take.
No,
not at 9. That's a gut punch. The number 1 tackle, I've got him number 1. The number 1 tackle's off the board. Like, I wouldn't mind at 9. I got the best tackle in a draft class. That's a gut punch.
Yep.
For me, because I think all the other tackles, other people have questions. I'll get into my theory a little bit on true first round picks, but I think that's a bit of a gut punch just to lose that offensive tackle there. I do have 3 wideouts, but I think the surest thing is gone.
Yeah.
And Carnell Tate.
The guy with the highest floor.
I knew Love would be gone and wasn't going to take him anyway. Mendoza wasn't going to take him anyway, but this is kind of frustrating the way it fell.
Yeah.
I'm thinking corner, I'm thinking wideout, I'm thinking tackle.
Yeah. When we heard Brett Veach say, even when you get 9, you want to be at 6, and now we know why.
All right, so we ready to go and go on the clock, find out who they took?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to restart the simulator. So the pick is in. There it is. I knew it. I knew we'd get there. The Saints have taken Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver, USC. We are now on the clock. The clock is running. So now we're down a wide receiver. We have 6 trade offers. 6 teams calling about trades right now. let's discuss the trade possibility. Do we have a consensus on who we want to take if we're going to make a pick? You got a guy you're going to pound on the desk for?
Right now, the position that's highest on my board would be wide receiver.
So you're thinking wide receiver?
I'm thinking
Which
wide
one?
receiver right now. I like Jordan Tyson a lot.
Okay.
I did like Carnell Tate a little bit more, but he's gone. Lemon's also gone. Tyson would be my only wide receiver left in the first round.
Okay, I've got Cooper also rated as a first-round guy. I've got Tyson rated ahead of him, but the injuries are a concern on wideouts. Curtis, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I liked either Tyson or Cooper, but Tyson would be my guy. I could be moved to grab either McCoy or Delane.
Okay.
That would be about it.
I would
too
be
early for Mesidor.
I would be interested
City.
in Caleb Banks. I think he's the perfect fit for Steve Spagnuolo, but the injury, we don't know. I'm not going to take him on 9. I have to get something out of this. I'm leaning a little bit more towards corner. Let's take a look at what happens here on the trades. So for our trades, here are the teams that are calling and what their initial pick is to try to make a deal with us. By the way, we're a minute in. Dolphins at 11, the Rams at 13, the Bucks at 15, the Vikings at 18 are calling, the Pats at 31, and the Broncos at 62. Let's real quick exhaust this. Any interest in going all the way down to 62?
No.
Well, I would do it if they want to give me like 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bother to put that in the simulator. It'll say no, so that's out. What would it take to get down to 31? Would you go down to 31? I want next year's first and this year's second, and even that I'm not wild about. I don't think it's enough.
No.
No.
While you've got
Agreed.
this high of a pick, it makes no sense to go back down there while you still got 29.
Yeah, looking to end up having 29 and 31. I need more of a sure thing here, although I'm not enamored with where we sit right now. So that leaves us with the Dolphins, Dolphins at 11, Rams at 13, Bucks at 15. We're now 2+ minutes in. Vikings are at 18. And the Bucks at 15. Those are our 4 teams to talk with, and the offer from the Dolphins is 11 and 75. Is that where they are?
Yep.
11 and 75 for 9. So we pick up a mid,
Yeah.
an early-ish
To drop 2.
top third of the third round to drop 2 spots.
And value-wise, that's about 100 points ahead of the value of the Chiefs pick.
Yeah,
So that's pretty good.
I'm willing to do that.
Move back to 11? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let me
Let's do
offer it.
Yep.
Okay. The trade is accepted. Okay, so now we're on the clock. We're not on the clock now. You need to start it again. So we find out now who goes. The Dolphins moved up to take Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State. I'm good with that.
Like that. We weren't
Didn't
going
want to go
anyway.
linebacker. And then at 10, they take the Bengals take Monroe Freeling, and now we're on the board
Wow.
at 9.
With
I don't
or
like
11?
Monroe Freeling going.
No.
That's the offensive tackle from Georgia, so now we've lost a tackle. So I lost one guy that I would have liked to have taken.
But nobody I would have taken at 9 isn't there at 11. So and you pick up a third.
Okay.
So I'm good with that.
So we have picked up a third-round pick. We've come down 2, and now we're on the clock, by the way. So where are we thinking now? We have no trades that are being offered to us right now. So we're locked into this pick. I'm not even going to look at them because I don't want to sit here and trade 19 times. When I'm at home at night,
Yeah.
I trade down 19 times.
Yes.
But I'm not doing that now. We traded down once.
We don't have 17 people.
We're on the
Right.
clock.
We're on the clock, and we got to go. All right. So what are we thinking for a pick here? You sound like you're.
There's only one wide receiver left I would take. It's Jordan Tyson. Couple corners that I really like there. Offensive tackle, I'm not enamored with.
I like Caden Proctor on the right side.
Okay.
And I like Blake Miller from Clemson. He's started like 54 games at Clemson, played at a high level. He's 6'7". He has the prerequisite arm length. I do like him. I'm optimistic he's there at 29. Spencer Fano is the guy that all the mocks have going right here, but so I could like Spencer Fano. I'll be honest with you, if this were the real time, I think the coaching staff is like, arms are too short. His arms aren't 33+ inches long. He has good feet. A lot of people love him, but he's also worked out at like every position along the offensive line for teams. So it sounds like teams are looking at him at more of like, could be a center, could be a guard, could be a tackle. I'd be interested in Spencer Fano. I'm interested in Caden Proctor. I'm interested in Blake Miller. I'm interested in all three tackles. But I think the coaching staff shuts us down on Fano. It says no.
Yeah.
Arms aren't long enough. So that leaves me with Proctor and Blake Miller, Alabama and Clemson offensive tackles. I'm interested in them. And my number one, how does your corner board rank? I've got two corners listed as first-round picks. I've got Jermod McCoy and Mansour Delane.
Yep.
And
in that order.
In that order. What's your order?
I've got Delane ahead of McCoy, but it's like 1A and 1B. There's not much. Barely slide a credit card between those two.
Okay, so we don't have a consensus.
No.
And what is our consensus at wideout? I do have Tyson as the next wideout. I actually had Mekhi Lemon as my fourth wideout, so I didn't mind him going.
Yeah.
I have Tyson 2, Cooper 3. I would be content. I wouldn't mind if there was a trade offer to come down a little bit lower to get Cooper, but I'm interested in the wideout. But I'm interested in Jermod McCoy, and I think my tackle at this point would probably be Blake Miller from Clemson. So McCoy, Clemson, and Tyson are my three that I'm willing to talk about. We're at 3 minutes.
Tyson,
we've got 5 to go. We're 3 minutes in.
Tyson, Delane, or McCoy.
That's where you sit?
Yeah. I don't see Messidor. It's too high for him. Yeah, those are the
Nobody's
three.
brought up Kenyon Sadiq.
I think you talk about him. I do like him. I like him more. Sam McDowell made some good points last night on our Red, Gold, and Bold that he's never had a 100-yard receiving game at Oregon. He's a workout warrior. There's some Noah Fant.
Mm-hmm.
That scares me a little bit, but, I mean, when I watch the guys catch and run, it's awesome.
I mean,
he looks like a bulked up Megatron running with the ball. I mean, you see his 4.39 appears to play on the field.
The caution I would for anybody who falls too in love with that guy, and I think he looks amazing too, is so much of it is funneled through the idea that they got to find a replacement for Travis Kelce. The offense doesn't have to go through your tight end. You know?
Right.
It's nice to have him, but I'd rather have my offense go through a badass wideout. So that's the only thing I would pull back a little bit on Sadiq.
Okay, so is Sadiq off the board? I'd love to have him.
Yeah, we'll take him off. I think you draft Sadiq if you trade down to like 18 where the Vikings were. If he falls there, fine.
Okay. All right. So what's the debate? We're down to Tyson
And the two corners for me.
The two corners. None of you like. Neither one of you are in on the tackles. You are definitely wide out and corners above any of the tackles.
Yes.
Yeah, but the next two would be Miller and Proctor.
But
I think the floor is higher for the other three.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We really have that because a lot has already been stripped off the board.
Yeah.
So I'm fine if you want to say the tackles are behind these guys, then I will acquiesce to that. And then we have a debate about wide receiver or corner.
Yeah.
And if we have a debate about wide receiver or corner, I do like the idea of getting the best corner.
Yeah.
So I do like that we're going to be able to take the guy we like. I don't know. We have two of us like McCoy, who is coming off a knee injury. So best corner, but didn't play last year. You like Delane.
Mm-hmm.
On the wideouts, though, we are in agreement that's the best wideout left, right?
Yeah.
And I will tell you,
and probably the second best wideout for me on the board because I like him better than Lemon as well.
We're at almost the 6-minute mark. We have 2 minutes to make the pick. I like Tyson as the best wide receiver in this class if he's healthy. The only reason he's not number one for me is because of the injury history.
Yeah.
So if we take Tyson, if I'm Brett Veach in this role, I will spin it as we got the best wide receiver in this class, for one, just for PR sakes, because I actually do believe it. I think the best guy, if he's healthy, is him. The medicals say he's good now, but he's had a hamstring injury. He's had a knee injury. He's been hurt. The hamstring injury is the scary part. I don't worry about the knee injury. Everyone seems to be able to come by knee injuries. The hamstring injury is scary. But I will tell you that I do feel like if we're here at 9 and we're looking for premium positions, we're down to premium positions.
We're at 11 right now.
Or at 11, excuse me. At 11, I think we're still getting a premium position. We're getting a player that I actually have rated as the best at his position, but we're crossing our fingers and holding our breath that he's healthy. So I will go that route. You're Tyson for your number one choice?
Yes, I am.
Because of the coaching staff's ability to coach corners, I am Tyson. I feel like we can get 90% of the corners later on.
We can grab a corner with 75 that we just got in the trade.
So I'm Tyson unless you want to scream and yell and say we're all morons if we go that route.
Get the white out. Help Pat.
Okay. All right.
I'm good with Tyson.
All right. The card's in. There it is. We've made our pick. We'll take a break. Yeah, with the 11th pick in the NFL
11th
draft.
pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll let the simulator go and play out the rest of the picks until we get to number 29 next here in the program.
The program with Soren Petro.
I'm all about ball. I love ball.
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
All right, listen, Applause Custom Sight and Sound has been in business for more than 20 years, locally owned and operated. That is something that's significant. Listen, in the industries of technology, companies come and go really quick. In their industry, most companies don't even last 2 years. When you last more than 20 years, you're doing something right. I'll tell you what they're doing right. Incredible knowledge of the technology, an unbelievable craftsmanship to be able to install it, the tech knowledge to install it, but also to install it where it looks beautifully. Listen, in my house, we've had all the TVs done. We've got the integrated smart home system. We've got the surveillance. We've got the security, and you can't see a wire anywhere. We've got this one little closet where all the electronics are. I like to take people back there and show the wiring. It looks like something you would expect from NASA. I'll bet it's better than NASA. It's so organized. It's so functional. Now, that makes it easy when you need to upgrade or you want to add on to your system because they know where everything is. It looks great. It looks cool. I love showing it off to people, but it's also very functional, which makes the upgrades, makes the evolution even easier. Listen, they build it right the first time because technology is going to evolve. You're going to want new things. And if you build it right the first time, an add-on becomes simple and super cost-effective. I know just about a year ago, we added security and surveillance. It's been absolutely fantastic. It took about a day and a half for Applause to do, and now we can see everything going on around our house. Everything is safe and secure, thanks to our friends at Applause Custom Sight and Sound. In-home theaters, sure. Rocket-fast Wi-Fi inside, outside your house, controlling the lighting, the security, everything, all from your touchscreen. Yep, they do it all. For home and office, they're Kansas City's best. If you want true smart home technology, call 913-498-1183 and get on the schedule today. 913-498-1183. Check them out on the web. It's applausetheater.com. Again, that's applausetheater.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose.
It's the first ever live simulated program mock draft in history. You're witnessing history right now. Petro, Seaboldt, Collier with you.
The inaugural.
The first ever. So far, so good. We actually did screw something up again. One day, maybe, we'll tell you about how the sausage is made. But I know you're like, what are you doing? You're just looking at the screen. A little more complicated than that. But
Yeah.
you know.
If you don't think so, give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Go ahead and do it. All right, so we're ready to let the draft go. We have selected Jordan Tyson. I'm going to unsuspend the draft.
Let's see what the Cowboys do.
Well, let's see what the Cowboys do. All right, ready? Everybody at home is going to have to follow along pretty fast. But we're going to be crossing names off our big board here. Obviously, the Chiefs would have 8 minutes in between each pick, or however long the teams take. But we're just going to go with the simulator pace. So get ready. Because we have, 19? Or no, now... 17 picks that are going to come off the board here. All right, here we go.
It's wild that it took us that long to figure out. It's just too fewer than we had earlier.
Yeah.
Just subtract two.
All right, it's going. The Cowboys are on the clock. All right, the Cowboys take safety, Caleb Downs, Ohio State.
Caleb.
The Rams take Spencer Fano, tackle Utah. The Baltimore Ravens take Ione, the guard from Penn State. The Bucs select Jermond McCoy. Here we go with the corners from Tennessee. The Jets take Akeem Mesidor, edge from Miami. The Lions take Mansour Delane. There goes almost all my first-round board. The Vikings are going Omar Cooper Jr., wideout, Indiana. I think my first-round board is almost done except for tackles. Dylan Tyneman, safety, Oregon, goes 19 to the Panthers. The Cowboys take Caden Proctor. Boo. Tackle from Alabama. The Steelers have taken Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. There goes that dream. 22, Keldrick Falk, edge, Auburn. 23, Blake Miller, tackle from Philadelphia. I believe my first-round board is gone now at 23. 24, Caleb Lomu of Utah. 25, Avion Terrell of Clemson. 26, the Bills take Peter Woods from Clemson, D-tackle, and I paused it. The 49ers have taken Emmanuel McNeil Warren at safety. So now we know we're almost on the clock. One more guy is going to go.
I'm sorry, did you say D'Angelo Pons?
No.
No, okay, thank you.
No, he did not go. So
Like him a little later.
a review of our draft board. My first round board is shot. So one thing I will say, I will take a moment to hear is like when Kenyon Sadiq went 21. After 20, when Caden Proctor went, I was down to Kenyon Sadiq and Blake Miller. Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end from Oregon, and Blake Miller, the tackle from Clemson, were the only two first-rounders left on my board. This, to me, feels like exactly what the Chiefs were looking at when they moved up for Trent McDuffie, right? So I get it. They were sitting at 29. They had 29 and 30 that year, and they're like, there's two guys, or there's one guy. Maybe they were down to one. But it's right now, if we were going to do this to the nth degree and we had a staff of 20, I would have said, all right, pause it. And let's take 8 minutes and propose trades. See if we can work out a trade. I'm coming up to either get Sadiq or Miller as soon as Caden Proctor comes off the board, because now I'm down to two. So I'm on the phone. I'm happy with either one of those two, but I'm on the phone madly trying to move a deal with the Steelers at 21, the Chargers at 22, and the Eagles at 23, hoping that one of those two guys will be there. So I'm burning up the phones. We've already touched base with them. We know roughly what it's going to take. I'm hoping somewhere in there we've got a match, and I'm trying to move up right there. That's one thing I'll point out. Like, I don't know where your guys' first-round board. Do you have any first-rounders left? And when did your last first-round talent come off the board?
I have one more.
I have one.
You still
left.
have one left?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It might be the same one that he has.
All right, so you're okay. So you guys wouldn't be looking to trade up. I was looking to trade up.
I might have been looking to trade up because my guy is not at edge or tackle. So because the guy that I've got that's still left, if he's there at 29.
Was Sadiq a first rounder on your board?
Yes, for me.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
he-
you've got
he
multiple
was.
guys.
No, but Sadiq is gone.
No, I'm saying I would.
I see.
I'm saying I would have been. Yes, he is gone for
I
where
got
we're
you.
picking. But at this moment,
Yeah.
I'm just curious if we go back to 20, where Caden Proctor went. So still on the board would have been Kenyon Sadiq, Keldrick Falk, Blake Miller, Caleb Lomu, Avion Terrell, Peter Woods, and Emmanuel McNeil Warren are all still on the board. Were any of those guys?
After Miller went, I was out on anybody except this one guy.
And who's the one guy that's left?
It is Cassius Howell.
Cassius Howell,
The edge from A&M.
From A&M. Okay. Who's still on your board where we actually are?
Hood, Colton Hood, the corner from Tennessee.
Okay. So, but did you have any of these guys that I'm going to? Sadiq was on your board, right? And he was on your board.
Yep.
No, you didn't have Falk.
I did not. No,
Did you have Blake Miller?
I did.
Okay, so Blake
I did,
Miller.
so I would've-
you had
yeah.
you had 3 then at least. Did you have Lomu?
No.
Avion Terrell?
I had no, but I did have Miller and Sadiq.
Okay. And then nobody had Peter Woods and nobody had McNeil Warren.
No.
So you didn't really have to make a trade
Yeah.
until the last guy to come off the board for you. It was
Miller.
Miller. Okay, so about there, somewhere in that range. So once Sadiq, you're kind of in the same boat as me, except you still have a guy left.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would have been trying to trade up right there.
If you were me for a tackle.
Yeah, I would have been trying to trade up. When it gets down to 2, I think you try to move up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because you got to be working multiple teams, and it might take you a whole pick to get there. So I think you get on the phones when you're down to your last 2 guys and you see what it takes. And it might be that, look, I'm going to throw a hand grenade here that's going to be way low ball, but I'm going to try it just to make sure, and let's see if we can get our guy. Let's say we threw the hand grenade there. They didn't want it, or they demanded something that was ridiculous. We didn't do it, and so it played out all the way. So now, what are you thinking as we're now all the way down to this point? And 28, the Texans are on the clock. Where are you looking?
This is difficult because I think like Hood is the only guy I have left that I would say I had a first-round grade on. But if you go there, then you've gone through the entire first round with a 9 and 29 or 11 and 29, and you haven't addressed what everyone agrees is one of the most pressing, if not the most pressing position, and that's edge. So I even though I think Hood is a higher graded player, I am tempted to go to either T.J. Parker or Cassius Howell. I don't know how you can go have 2 first-round picks and not address the edge spot.
Cassius Howell is the edge from Texas A&M, and T.J. Parker is an edge rusher from Clemson, for the record.
So that's a difficult.
Do you think maybe one of the teams at the top of the second round might want to trade back in on day one? Maybe move back, and one of those 2 guys are still available there, Kay?
Possible, yeah.
Okay. All right, let's play the simulator out and see who else we're taking off the board. All right, I've started it, and the Texans take defensive tackle Caden McDonald, Ohio State.
Okay.
That sucks because he was one of the guys in my mix. I think Caleb Banks is the best defensive tackle if he's healthy. And I'm with you. We went small, and I'm always happy to give Pat somebody. And I do like the giant offensive tackle from Miami a little bit later on to try to get an offensive tackle later. I'm not pushing offensive tackle at this
Markel
point.
Bell.
Yeah, I'm not pushing offensive tackle at this point. But I got to get a big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I need a D tackle or an edge. So as we what did that we babbled for a minute. We got the clock going, so we got 7 minutes. I am in my pool, and they're all kind of in a lump. T.J. Parker, edge, Clemson. Cassius Howell, edge, Texas A&M. I would listen to Colton Hood, but Caleb Banks, Zion Young. Caleb Banks, D tackle, Florida, and Zion Young, Mizzou. Zion Young may have some character questions. Caleb Banks has injury questions. We've already taken one injured guy up top with a wideout. Does that prohibit me from lobbying hard for Caleb Banks here?
It might.
I'm okay with Banks or Howell here. Those are my 2.
I like Malachi Lawrence of Central Florida, too, as an edge guy. One of the listeners was big on him and sent me a thing, and that sent me down a rabbit hole watching his stuff. I think he does look pretty good, but I think he'll be there at 40 based upon the way things are going. So, I would also nominate Christian Miller, defensive tackle, Georgia. So, to me, it's Banks, it's Christian Miller, I'll put in the Florida State defensive tackle as well. I'm having to scroll down. I'm not seeing him here. They're not putting him that high, but I think he's going to go up high like here. But Zion Young, I guess my top choice here, because I'm going to try to give Steve Spagnuolo what he wants, is Zion Young. That's my number one choice.
Howell or Young. I think I'm definitely going to go.
I'm going
edge.
Howell or Banks.
But would number one on each of your lists is Howell?
Yes.
I don't know.
Zion Young has questions. There are no red flags that we know of on Howell, right?
No, I mean, from a just absolute player physical traits perspective, I prefer Young to Howell. If you think that he's a kid you can bring in and he absorbs the Chief way, and
he's 6'2", 248. That's my concern.
Yeah.
Okay, am I going to draft him and he's going to sit there on the bench because Steve Spagnuolo is not going to play him?
Yeah. How big is Howell?
We're at 3 minutes, by the way. How big is Howell? That's what I just said. He's 6'2".
Yeah.
No, he's 6'2", 248.
Yeah.
Zion Young looks like
yes,
Steve Spagnuolo's guy.
I think I'm going Zion Young here.
I know I want an edge, so if that's the consensus, I'm okay with Young.
You would.
I want to save day 2 to maybe take a run at some corners.
Okay, and lean on the coaching staff for that.
And now you've got a 40 and 74 already. And now you've got the other one, 73. What is that?
Nobody
you got back.
We got 75.
75. So now you got 74 and 75.
So nobody wants Caleb Banks. I mean, nobody has an interest in messing with Caleb Banks.
Not after.
I do, but I want a sure thing.
Yeah.
And I think there's a chance Banks is there at 40.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think there's a lot of people who are going.
All right, so then
If I didn't have 40, it'd be more tempted. But if you got the 9th pick in the second round,
based on this, I'm gonna assign somebody to Zion Young. He's gonna be their guy. I'm gonna make him one of my Herm Edwards my guys.
Yeah.
Which I've already got one clearly in Rashee Rice. Herm's rule: you can have 2. Do we have another one on the team that's a my guy right now?
not that I can think of.
So somebody's getting assigned Zion Young and making sure that his head's in the game. But I don't like that we've gone injury question mark, and now I'm going to go red flag question mark with our first 2 picks.
The board kind of screwed us.
Kind of where you are with that board.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't have both those 2, you'd say, is this guy good enough?
We're at 5 minutes, by the way, so we have 3 minutes to make the pick. No one else you want to nominate?
Nah.
All right, I'm Zion Young, and I'll fight for it.
Same.
Is that where we're going to go?
You don't have to.
All right.
You're pushing an open door, as they say.
Go ahead with the...
With the 29th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Zion Young, defensive end, Missouri.
All right. I will let the draft play out to the Chiefs' next pick at 40. We'll just tell you what it would be looking like at that point. When we come back, but we've drafted a wideout who's hurt and a defensive end who's a pain in the ass. So you better get to like it, Kansas City. Belly up to that table. It's time to eat. You're in the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. The positions that the Chiefs are theoretically interested in this draft that came off the board after we took Zion Young at 29, TJ Parker, the edge from Clemson, next pick. Casey Concepcion, wide receiver A&M, was the pick after that. Cassius Howell, edge A&M, came off. Denzel Boston, a couple picks later, wide receiver from Washington. You mentioned Ian Akar, the tackle from Arizona State. He went to 35. My guy Caleb Banks, 36 to the Raiders. That means he'll be hurt all the time.
Yeah.
So we made the right pick.
Good call.
But I am sad that he almost got all the way back to 40. Colton Hood went 37 to the Giants. Your dream is gone right there. And that's it. Then you get a running back and a linebacker. Malachi Lawrence, who I like at Central Florida, is still there at the edge. And so I'm like, could I have gotten Caleb Banks and still gotten at least Malachi Lawrence? I'm kind of wondering that as I sit here and ponder how it would have been different if I'd have done it that way. But like for me right now, I'm definitely kind of feeling D tackle. Are you feeling corner?
I am, but I think it's the corner that I like. 40 may be too high for him, but I don't think he'll be there at 70, 74 or 75.
Christian Miller and Lee Hunter are listed as the top D tackles up there. I would probably be leaning towards taking Christian Miller here. Anything jump at you about, did we make a mistake?
No, mistakes-wise, no. It's just too bad that Colton Hood was off the board. I was really hoping he was going to fall. He didn't. Or Caleb Banks.
Yeah. Darrell Jackson is the other massive defensive tackle that I'm interested in here, but I'd be looking at defensive tackle at 40. So what did we learn from this exercise? What did you take away from it?
That the thing that jumped out was that we kept, no matter where you're at, there's going to be someone too. God, it just doesn't ever quite work to get. That's just one of the first things that jumped out because I
wonder how it would be, because I usually just go with the consensus, but then that also, like, I think our perception of what we want and where we can get it is based upon what the consensus is.
Yeah.
Like we see all the time, so we're like, okay, I'd like to get this. And when you set it to run the consensus, I wonder which is more accurate. If they ran this a million times on each setting, is accurate? Do you actually get a more accurate, just for you going through the exercise as one team? Because I know the teams have these things too. And, well, we know the guy who created this runs the analytics for the Panthers now. So we know Eric Eager built this. I wonder if you did for more variance, that actually ends up being more realistic because you get more outliers. And because the consensus is just the information that's out there, and there's plenty of more information that's not there. And this would be more accurate. Like, we do this, but we're going to find that we're disappointed in every pick.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
Right? But it's because every pick is going based upon the consensus. And in the real world, we're more likely to get somebody we want in those situations.
Right.
And
I see those people say, man, I just did this mock draft, and all my picks were A and A minus. Well, yeah, if you pick the top guy they've got available for you at that spot, they're all going to be A's. The more I look at some of the mocks, maybe Miller is the pick there. Kuiper's most recent first round one that came out today, he's got him at 28. If you can get Miller at 40, I might go there because the guy I really like. I kind of had my day 2 draft crush is. It's a little early probably to go for D'Angelo Pons.
Well, that's your corner from Indiana?
Yeah. I mean, if he's there at 74, yes. But I don't think he will be. He doesn't fit the physical ideal of a Spags Reed corner. He's 5'8" or 5'9", but he just doesn't let anyone get open.
Right.
Every Indiana game I watched, you're just like, all through the playoff, you're just like, how many guys are named Pons on that defense? Does he have a twin? Because he's on every play. But 40's probably a little too early to be pulling the trigger on him.
I think in this scenario, they'd be going D tackle. But I can tell you that a number of times I've done this, and it's fallen better for me, and I've still been able to get Zion Young at 40.
Yeah.
But I like Zion Young better than what was up there.
Yep.
I mean, I was going to be
Same.
reaching for something else unless you go, okay, the safety's the best guy out there. We're going to go ahead and take a safety. And maybe I'm influenced too much by what I think they're actually going to do. That they're actually going to be drafting big people. And therefore,
Yeah.
I don't have enough of an open mind. But I will say this, the 8 minutes is plenty of time for these teams. I understand why they've shortened it because we just did a little prep on the trades when we did the trade thing with Dolphins. We just had the chart open and it familiarized ourselves with what the value and the picks that were available to the teams that were nearby. So, like, this next week or this weekend next, the Chiefs will check in with all 31 teams and be like, are you thinking up? Are you thinking down? Are you thinking you want more picks? Where is your mindset? And because if one team's like, it's sitting at 16, they're like, we got 25 first-round picks. We're fine. We ain't going nowhere. If anything, we're moving down. Okay, well, they're not a candidate. But if 13's like, we think there's 7 first-round picks, and if one of them's there at 9, we're going to be hot to trot to get up there. Okay, what would it take? Here's where they're at. Let's build it. This is which chart they use. Let's mathematically come up with the equation, and we're good to go, right? So I do feel like just a little bit of effort we did. Like I wish we had more time just because I enjoy all the discussion
Yeah.
for the TV show in the first round. But I do think with all the due diligence they do going in, 8 minutes is enough to be ready to go with your trades. Because you got 8 minutes at each pick. We basically just gave ourselves 5 minutes in the pick before and then our 8 minutes on the clock.
Yeah,
and I felt like we did our due diligence on things.
Absolutely. Because they've got as things start to fall, they've got several minutes to go. Well, how does that adjust our board? We really we got to the first 8 picks. Went, now how do we adjust our board?
If I'd have been stopping it, like I said, when we were coming down through and we hit around 20, I'm like, all right, we got to get on the phones, right? Because now I'm looking to get up. Mm-hmm. I want either the tight end or the tackle because they're the two guys that I believe are legit starters, day one caliber. Even if we play 2 tight ends with Travis Kelce, we're going to get Sadiq and put him. Let's go. But so I would have been on the phone trying to move up there. But I don't know. What would it have taken to go from 29 to, let's say, 21? What's the
29 to 21?
Yeah, if I want to get up to the Steelers.
It would take 160, which is around pick 86.
So 74 or
late in the
75 would have been enough.
Oh, yeah. And
based on that
Yeah.
chart.
Yeah.
So if the Steelers were interested, and we could have thrown them a 3rd-round pick to go from 29 to 21. I take the 3rd I got for moving down 2 and I give it to the Steelers, and I move up.
Yep.
4.
Yeah, because
either
moving down
Sadiq-
didn't cost you really anything.
Either Sadiq or Blake Miller.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with either one of them.
Because as we saw, going from 9 to 11, everyone we had at 9 was there at 11.
And what would it have taken at?
So if you do that at 21, Sadiq and or Miller, you got to go defense at 40, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And if things fall similar, and you're sitting at 40, then you're looking if you want to go edge. You're looking at this Florida State guy, or you're looking D tackle. So, I mean, Zion, the edge. It says to me, that's one of the reasons why I think those 3 edges might all be going quick, because they're sitting there watching them come off the board. If you do this exercise, you're like, wait, when we get down here, the edges come flying off the board. We're going to get to like 26, and they are going to all go. Bing, 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 bing. So if you're at 15 or, if you're at 8 or 9 or 10, and you're like, okay, well, we'll get an edge when we come back around, this says probably not.
Right.
And so that might be why all 3 of those edges go so quick. There's not one there at 9. I don't know.
That was fun.
I love it every time I do it. It's addictive. It's like a drug. Just open up your vein and pour the mock simulated draft in. And then you just kind of fall back into like a trance. That's what happens. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, the undefeated world heavyweight champion of the feud, Michael Darcy, will join us here in studio. We'll need a contestant coming up here in a couple of minutes to play the feud, a chance to go eat you some Nick and Jakes. All you got to do is win the feud.
All right, it is Jackie Robinson Day in Major League Baseball. Who was the first Royal to wear the number 42? Brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Yes, indeed. It's time to play the feud. We need a contestant at 913-381-810-810. The phone number is 913-381-810. If you play the feud, you get a $25 gift card to Nick and Jake's. If you win, you get a $40 gift card. We bumped that up. $40.
$40.
$40.
140.
If you can win the feud, Nick and Jake's. Made from scratch menu, TVs everywhere, whether it's the bar area, the dining room. Great spot. It's where I dined last Friday.
Yes.
I had, what did I have? The special smash burger.
Oh, man.
That is smash burger. I like
So
a good
good.
smash burger.
Yes.
Who doesn't like a good smash burger?
Well, I like well done food.
okay.
Yeah.
And so the burger being crispy and more well done and thinner patty. I do not, I know this is sacrilege to all you meat lovers, but pink stinks, okay? I got no interest in pink meat, okay? It's just, I don't want medium rare. I heard you guys, by the way, Michael Darcy joins us here to play the feud, and it was talking about how you like your steak and all that. No pink. That's what I want.
They want it mooing. I'm good on that.
No.
And I know that's sacrilege to you people that love a great cut of red meat.
Which is just silly.
And the good news is, if you run into me at a restaurant, they're never going to be out of steak because of me.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine. You're going to get it.
If you want it medium well or medium rare, have it medium rare. But don't tell me how I should like my food.
I know how it
Shut
happened
up,
to me.
Go away.
My mom likes it just warmed a touch.
Oh.
I mean, rare, like
Yes.
not medium. No, rare.
Like beef tartare rare.
And literally
Just
most
runs a flashlight over.
Most times they bring it out, and she will be like, I mean, does this look rare to you? I'm like, it looks awful to me, is what it looks like, Mom. And so when I was a kid, when you're 6, you don't know how, what it's, we're going to have some steak.
I'll take that
Make some
medium,
steak.
Mom.
Didn't know that was an option, so she would make it, and I would cut it into a piece the size of a pea. And I would get a forkful of ketchup with that pea-sized piece
That's
of
where you
raw
discovered
meat.
ketchup. Yeah.
And it was, I was like, I can't. That's what ruined me for life.
Yeah.
Which is okay. It saved me a lot of money. Oh, look. Hey, 65 for a steak, 75 for that steak, 85. Oh, the pork chops are 38. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
Yeah, there we go.
40 years ago, one of my first jobs, I was a cook at a place called Village Inn, which I think still exists, but the one I worked at in Independence no longer does. We had a manager named Charlie, and it was called a 2-in-1. Basically, it's a half-pound oval-shaped burger that is used for various things. Charlie's lunch was a 2-in-1. He called it 30-30.
30 seconds on each side?
Yep. He was 30 seconds on one, 30 seconds on the other, put it on a plate. I'm like, you're insane. He actually stood there and ate like I'm like, you're gonna get sick now. I don't get it. That's why I don't like prime rib. My friends say, "Oh, a prime rib." I'm like, "No, I'd like my food cooked, please."
No. One of the worst food poisonings I got was in Las Vegas. Went to a prime rib place. I won't name the place because I might get it wrong. There's one of two names. I can't remember which it is. And so I'd not eaten the prime rib, so I got the seafood. And I got sick. And that sucked too. So there you have it. All right, we have a contestant to play the feud. Bob is with us. Bob, you no doubt have heard how the feud works. So you know you've got a choice to make. Do you want to play with Kurtis? That would take stones.
Boy, I tell you
You
what.
want to play with me? Decent choice. Or do you want to play with the red-hot world heavyweight champion, undefeated, undisputed champion of the feud, Michael Darcy? Where are you going to go, Bob?
Well, I've got a pair of stones. I'm going to go with the K-Dog.
There it is.
All right, my man.
Tiger.
All right, who's going first for you guys?
Bob, you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob's going to go first.
I'll concede.
Curtis is going to go second. How about I'll take on Bob, and I'll even give a 1/1000 before I buzz in to give the delay a little time. How's that work? Is that good?
Do it.
Is that fair?
You're going to do that? All right.
I'm going to do it. Do you want me to do it verbally?
No.
No?
Please.
Yeah, I'll do it verbally to prove it. Okay. So you'll know when the clock's ticking on you. Okay. So, Darcy, you against Bob, me against Curtis.
Okay, let's
All
do
right.
it.
All right, Bob, let's test your buzzer.
Wait a minute. Did I say I would go against
Yeah,
Bob?
you're going to go
Yeah,
against
I'm
Bob.
sorry.
You're
Okay.
going
All
against
right, I screwed that up. All right.
We're on run, Curtis.
So there we go. Me and then
Against
Darcy.
Bob, and then
Yeah.
Me
Yep.
against Darce.
Okay.
Darce.
All right. I'll give the 1/1000 before I buzz.
All right, perfect. Bob, let me hear that buzzer.
Bob.
There it is.
There it is. He's ready to go. Man, that was pretty. My 1-1000 idea is, I think he's got a fast connection there. May have been dumb.
He's
All
standing
right,
out
Short name, too.
Standing in the
Right to
lobby.
the point.
Yeah.
Give me Soren. Give me Bob. 7 answers on the board. Name an event in the Summer Olympics.
1-1000. Petro.
Bob.
I'm going to go with the basketball.
Number 1 on the board. Pass or play.
We want to play, don't we?
Yes.
Okay. You're up, Darcy.
I'll go with swimming.
Swimming on the board at number 3.
Well, if I say track, are you going to say more specific, or?
You could say track.
Okay, I'll say track.
That's number 2. Track
Okay,
and
so
field.
track and field, the whole track and field. Okay.
I'll go cycling.
Cycling, number 7.
Does swimming include diving?
No.
Diving.
Diving.
You can tell by the way he said no.
I was trying to sift through that.
Just looking for 4 and 5.
This could be a crazy poll. Archery.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Great
Well-
effort, though, Darcy.
These are your followers, right?
With retweets from you, Curtis, and Todd.
Okay. Well, since Curtis retweeted it, the ladies definitely went gymnastics. What?
Strike
Wow.
2.
It's like the highest rated thing in the Summer Olympics. Holy cow. All right. Back
Oh,
over
man. Yeah,
to Darcy.
archery was really kind of my bottom of the barrel pick there. Summer Olympics.
What's in the middle of that barrel?
Why are you giving clues?
I'm not.
Oh,
Water's in the middle of the barrel. We've already said swimming. We've said
diving.
What
have we answered?
Off the board, our number 1, basketball, track and field, swimming, diving, and cycling. Looking for 4 and 5. 2 strikes on the board, Darcy.
Oh, great. Can't strike out here. Can't be Vinny Pasquantino, but
Ouch.
There's a shot
it
at
might
Vinny.
be-
It's bad enough for him, and you're firing off strays.
it might be looking like a strikeout. Oh, man.
Just your undefeated status as world heavyweight champion on the line here.
That's it.
You're Kyle Isbell right now. You gonna keep it? You gonna keep going hot?
I'm blanking on Summer Olympic events.
You've got to be kidding me. There's 5,000 of them.
Yeah, they're all in track and field.
No, they're not.
Half of them are. No, that's track.
I'm going to get
That's track and field.
BMX bike riding.
Oh yeah, like the X Games type sports. Okay.
Strike 3.
What do you think? Women's softball is baseball. I'm kind of blanking on. We just did, and I
I
did
was thinking baseball too, and fencing maybe. I don't know.
fencing.
Weightlifting?
Wrestling. How about wrestling? Yeah, or boxing. Wrestling or boxing are the two.
Or boxing, yeah, true. Boxing, yeah.
Which one do you like?
Boxing, better. Boxing.
Boxing. Damn.
Did not make it. That is going to be a tidy 80.
If fencing is there, I'm going to fall out of my
80
chair.
points over to Soren and Darcy. The ones you missed, number 4. How about volleyball?
Oh, we blew that.
Number 5, table tennis.
I have ping pong down. I have ping pong, tennis, golf, and skateboarding. That guy was like, why did I just say X Games? I just reminded him about all the skateboarding events, but no. So how many did we get?
80.
80. All right, there we go.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Darcy against Curtis.
Give me Darcy. Give me Curtis. 7 answers on the board. Name a professional sports team named after a bird.
Curtis.
Curtis.
Blue Jays.
Are you? Do we
Did
need
not
to
make
test
the
his
board
buzzer?
here. Nah,
He hasn't won a
2-0.
draw against a live human being in 10
It
years.
was the second half of that question that I was thinking about.
The last time I won a draw against someone who was in the room with me, the game didn't even exist.
I don't know if it's ever.
Making,
It was a different
making
game.
feud history today.
It was a different game, even.
I will quote, when we went to Phoenix, Doug said to me, he goes, I still cannot believe how bad Curtis is at that game. He goes, when you guys introduced that game, I was like, Curtis is going to rock at that game. He goes, he is so bad at that game.
Can I say, do I have to be specific about Cardinals?
No.
No.
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Number 3 on the board. Pass or play.
We'll play. That includes both Cardinals, right? Or no?
Yeah,
all Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals are
it's
off
just
the board.
Arizona
Okay.
and St.
Cardinals are
Louis
done.
Cardinals. All
Yes.
Cardinals are done. Okay, so that's the only one. What did he say? Blue Jays?
Blue Jays.
That
yeah.
wasn't there?
Twas not.
All right, well, I'll go with the Eagles.
Number 1 on the board.
I'll go the Orioles.
Baltimore Orioles, number 5.
The Falcons.
Number 2.
What do we have and what numbers? What were
Number
they?
1, Eagles. Number 2, Falcons. Number 3, Cards. Number 5, Orioles.
And how many are there?
4,
And
6,
Blue
and 7
Jays
are
was
left.
not on the list.
Wow. Okay, I got one. Don't say this one. This is the only one I got right now.
Phoenix.
The Phoenix? You mean the flaming bird of Greek mythology that rises from the volcano?
No
would have
WNBA fans, I guess?
There's a Phoenix?
Isn't it that a WNBA team?
I think so.
I'm like 95% sure.
By the way, like I said, you know,
You never know what happens.
it's still better though. It's
Yes.
still better.
Yes,
Okay.
you never know.
All right. The one I came up with, the Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens, number 4.
Great. Back to me.
I think I've got one more.
Blue Jays not being on that list really throws me for a loop. It's not Phoenix. Thinking of my different sports here.
Think faster.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, I'm drawing such a blank. I will say
You got to ride him. I'm not riding my own guys.
I'll say Monarchs.
Strike 2.
Butterfly.
It's got wings.
It's got wings.
A professional sport. He's going to hit him with the water bottle. The Monarchs are like royalty Monarchs. And are you talking about out at here, the independent league
I just
baseball
needed
team?
a team. That works.
All right. Well, keep thinking. I'm going to stall here for a second. I'm going to take one that I'm pretty sure is going to be there. And then so be thinking here, okay? If I say if there is a bird that has a name, but it also has kind of like that name, I'm going to give him.
I see what you're getting at.
Right. So my problem is he's struck twice. If one of these, I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Seahawks, number 6 on the board. Just looking for number 7.
That takes all Hawks off the board. Or does it?
Let's find out.
I'll say Kansas. Oh, wait, no. Professional team.
Correct.
Hawks.
Hawks.
I almost said Kansas Jayhawks.
I was like, which way do I put this? Do I do Hawks and hope he gets Seahawks, or do I go Seahawks
You went
and
the
hope
right
he
way.
backs the Hawks out of it?
Nailed it. Hawks. That's a full
Those are the only
100.
two I had written there. I was like, oh, okay.
He's undefeated and the heavyweight
For a
champ.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster, but he gets it done.
Holy smokes. You threw out Monarchs and still won.
All right, let's see if we can pull this out, okay?
All right.
All right.
Me and Bob.
Give me Soren. Give me Bob. We've got 6 answers on the board. Name an athlete who was always in the middle of an on-field altercation.
Bob
Whoa.
Bob.
Brown.
Who?
He said Brown.
Brown who?
Well, he said Brown. Is there a last name? No,
need you
but
to
no,
be
last
more
name's good enough. And if there's a Brown, he gets it.
Antonio Brown, number 4 on the list.
There you go. All right, so but I get a chance to top it.
Yeah.
You do. I should say on field or on court.
Okay. Oh boy, you went Antonio Brown, so not Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, number 2.
Okay, so we're gonna play. Darcy, or you want to just sit it out and not embarrass yourself? We'll pass and hope that I can steal it.
We might need to pass.
You really want to pass?
I have one written down so far.
It's whatever you want to do. If you want to hold on, I defer to you. You're the heavyweight
You
champ.
know what? Let's play.
Oh, he's gonna
Let's
play.
play.
All right, go for it.
Miles Garrett. All right.
Strike 1.
Can you repeat the question?
Name an athlete who is always in the middle of an on-field or on-court altercation. Miles Garrett, that was that one time.
God, I'm gonna go with. I've got some names, but like, I'm trying to think of my. I want to go Bill Romanowski.
Bill Romanowski, number 5.
will both of these names work? Ron Artest or Meta World Peace?
Number 3.
Okay, good. That was my other one I had written down. That was a great one in my mind. How does phrase it again?
Name an athlete
Clearly
who was
stolen.
always in the middle of an on-field or on-court altercation. Just looking for number 1 and number 6.
And we don't have any strikes, or we have one
You
strike?
have 1 strike.
We have one strike.
Myles Garrett.
Okay. I'm gonna try Baker Mayfield.
Strike 2.
I'll try Vontez Burfict.
Strike
He
3.
was
Not a bad
he was a
guess.
giant pain in the ass. There's no doubt.
Over to Curtis and Bob for the steal.
I've
thought of one.
got 2, both
Curtis,
in the
the guy
NBA.
from Golden State.
Draymond Green
Yes.
is a good one. I also have Bill Laimbeer as an old school one, but I think Draymond is probably more
I think
fresh in the
Draymond,
minds.
if he's more recent, yeah.
Say it.
Draymond.
A little bossy there, huh?
Draymond Green.
It was his.
Number 1 on
his
the
turn.
list.
Number
That is
1,
going to
yeah.
be 90 over to 90 over to Curtis and Bob.
We're
You're
on
on
the
the
board,
board.
Bob.
You're on the
We're on the
board.
board. Now let's see if I can screw that up.
Let's see.
I gotta buzz in quickly.
All right,
See what I do is
yeah.
I get my mouth ready to go. For Petro, you need to be ready to go.
Curtis. It doesn't work very well.
All right, give me Curtis.
I
Give me
tried.
Darcy. 6 answers on the board. Name a company that Michael Jordan has endorsed.
Darcy.
Curtis. Yeah,
Darcy.
wins.
McDonald's.
Oh my God.
McDonald's number 4 on the list.
Nike.
Nike number 1.
My gut instinct was Nike, and I was like, wait a minute.
Where-
Jordan brand. So I didn't want to say Nike, but
If we win this, if I keep his streak alive, this is I might give $15 to Bob to make up for it.
Only thing is,
How many answers on the board?
6 answers. Nike and McDonald's are off.
What do you think, Kay?
I say we play. I'm not going to be
Let's
able
do
to.
it. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's my guy too.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I should know this, but we'll see.
So you're,
So it's
Um,
you buzzed
Gatorade.
in, so
yeah,
it's
so he's up. Bob-
yeah. So
Bob,
you're up, Bob.
Gatorade.
Yep.
Gatorade number 2.
Oh boy.
Did he rep one of the dispensaries? Oh.
I'm seeing all the commercials and every one of them goes back to the same one. Diet Coke. I honestly cannot think of another one.
Strike 1.
I know he's a big car guy. I'm thinking cars.
oh yeah, Fiat.
Datsun.
He likes Corvette, so I'm going to say Chevrolet, maybe?
That's not bad. I think he
didn't.
made.
That
he
was
did,
his
yeah.
first deal his rookie year. I looked it up, but not on the list.
I always remember him pulling up to the when they were winning championships. He's always pulling up in a Ferrari.
I don't know. Pizza
Yeah, but
Hut.
his first car, I think, was a Corvette.
No, I think you're probably right.
Pizza Hut, is that your guess?
Yeah. Yeah, we're out.
Steve, right 3.
I literally don't have any that I believe in. For a joke, I wrote Icy Hot
That's
because I know that's Shaq's. I was like, we'll try Icy Hot. Maybe he did that first.
Can you say the question again?
The copper fit. Oh no, that was Brett Favre before he disgraced himself. Man, my bad.
Yeah. Joe Montana does that too. Name a company that Michael Jordan has advertised / endorsed for.
Did he do Coca-Cola?
He said Diet Coke. I feel like that would fall
right.
under
Would
the
that- would Diet Coke have been Coke?
ramifications.
I dare you to try it.
Yes.
Oh,
Sounds like yes.
It sounds like a better answer than what we have.
I'm not thinking of any headphones he did. I'm trying to think of something. He was a Nike guy, so that was
Beats
probably
by
his golf.
MJ.
Yeah,
I think
right.
There are 2 here. You guys are going to kick yourselves for.
Oh, I'm sure.
God, what-
I kick myself
Product. I mean,
routinely.
I'm surprised
Done
I
the
got the
shoes.
McDonald's.
Did he have a shirt company?
I'm
or?
thinking of like golf.
Well-
What did he or did?
I assumed it was Nike. Crap gave him. When I saw him out of he used to play the American Century Championship, And one time he was out there on the range. I was going to break, and he was not very far from me, and I was the only guy broadcasting out there. And I'm like, all right, when we come back, we'll talk about this and this, and we'll see if Michael Jordan's going to sit down with us and talk some basketball. And he goes, nope. So he was about 15 feet from me, and he got a chuckle out of it, but he did not sit down.
I'll tell you what. I'm thinking back to the movie Space Jam, and in the hotel, he's drinking a Coke and eating McDonald's.
All right, so you want to get it? You want
I
to
think
try? We're going to try Coca-Cola. Oh, damn it!
Shouldn't have gone for it. That is going to be, hold on, give me a second, 65 points over to Kurtis and Bob. The answers you missed: number 3, Haynes.
Oh, that's right.
Number 5, Wheaties.
Wheaties. Oh. God.
Number 6, Upper Deck trading cards.
Oh, God. That sucks. All right. What do we got? Me and Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Bob.
Yeah, back to just game 5 for all the marbles here.
All right, give me Soren and give me Bob. 6 answers on the board. Name me a supervillain.
1,000. Petro.
Bob.
Superman. Oh, supervillain. I'm sorry.
Villain, yeah.
Joker.
The Joker is number 3.
I'm drawing major blanks here.
Thanos.
Number 2, pass or play.
Wow.
We got to play.
We gotta play.
We're not stealing squad here. I'd rather just swing 3 times and send it over to him.
What you got, Darcy?
Oh, my gosh.
2 and 3 are off the board.
I need to watch more Marvel movies. The Penguin.
There you go. What?
Not a bad guess.
What the hell? Well, now I'm really second guessing. How'd you phrase the question?
Name a supervillain.
Just name a supervillain.
Yeah.
A supervillain.
And we're not allowed to discuss amongst ourselves?
Supervillain meaning superhero villain, like in that category?
Yeah.
Not just like
a big old villain. Big time villain.
And what do we have? We have Joker.
The Joker
and Thanos
off the board.
Well, I'll try Bane just because that
Bane,
more recent.
number 5.
Okay.
I'll go.
So what numbers do we have?
Number 2, number 3, and number 5. Looking for 1, 4, and 6.
We don't have 1.
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor, number
Strong.
4.
Number 4. Oh man.
Number 1 is still on the board.
Number 1 and number 6.
I have one thing written down. I don't want to say it. It might be 6, but it has no shot of being 1. What the hell are we missing?
Doesn't have to be Marvel.
I know. Well,
Yeah, it has to be one
the
of the two.
Batmans are DC, so
It
they're
has
not
to be Marvel
Yeah,
or
right,
DC.
right. Just saying, expand your thinking.
I'm going to go with Catwoman. Crap.
Steve Reich, too.
Oh no. Number 1 still on the. Is this going to be an obvious one? Like we're going to
It's
be
number
upset
1.
that we did.
Yeah.
Number 1, and it's not Thanos. Oh boy. I'm running through the movies in my head, and right now I'm thinking of like the evil Captain America. That's definitely not number 1. I'm stalling here.
Heavyweight title. All on the line. Do we have enough that this is going to settle it? You got more than 45 points, more than 46 points? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to settle it.
Number 1.
No pressure.
2 strikes on the board.
It's all on you.
It's all on me. Way to the
Cinderella
world.
story, former groundskeeper,
Former-
now here at the feud, looking to retain the championship.
Former tech producer.
Given eternal peace by the Dalai Lama himself.
It's not like Doctor Strange, is it?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Well, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
It's definitely not
Right,
Doctor Strange.
Hey, dog, that's not my genre. So
Well, I don't.
Curtis is a big current movie buff.
DC and DC and Marvel, that it's going to be something in that genre. Not Darth Vader or something.
He said it's not all Marvel is the only clue. He said
Riddler is the only thing I can think of from the Batman stuff. Other than that, I mean, a super villain, 2 words. Darth Vader was pretty big.
I was thinking Darth Vader, but he said super villain.
It makes me think that's he's not talking about Star Wars characters. So all I can think of that would be from the other thing is Riddler.
it all rides on this.
It all rides on this. So nothing you got anything else?
We're relaxed. It's out of our hands.
I like Star Wars movies, so you want to go with that? That's fine.
Yeah, which number one is the one left?
Number 1
1
and
and
number
6.
6.
Riddler
Okay,
could be
so
6.
it might be up there.
We
Darth
want
Vader?
Darth Vader.
No, you
Thank you, Kate.
Vader.
bastard.
Number 1 on the board. That's 90.
Oh, there it is. The Cinderella story comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Darcy has been defeated. We didn't think it was possible with the caliber of answer that he continually gives, but it's true.
Impressive.
Who else is going to say Monarchs? Maybe just me.
Name a professional sports team that's a bird. Yeah, listen,
The
Bob,
Chargers?
I think I had the heavier weight to carry uphill than you did here today, but nonetheless, you chose wisely. So therefore, you're a winner. You're getting the $40 gift card from Nick and Jake's. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
You're the man. Well played, Bob. Well played.
The fact that of all the things you've given me grief for in our 25 years we've known each other,
But you got Darth
the
Vader.
number one thing is that I hadn't seen Star Wars, that I knocked you out with Darth Vader.
You did not
And
have Darth
buzzed
Vader
in
written down.
first.
He had Darth Vader written down.
First one I had written down,
you
Darth
wrote,
Vader.
You wrote that down right after he said it.
I wrote Darth Vader first.
You're
and
on camera.
Yeah,
if you're caught lying.
You can see it. I wrote Darth Vader first, and I thought, he doesn't mean that type of movie. He means the Marvel or DC movies.
Well played.
And I thought, if there's number one, there's only
What
one.
was number 6?
Oh, yeah, we didn't get. What was number 6, Kyle? Hey, Cheesy Poofs. What was 6? He's going, I'm on the phone.
6 was Robinson Cano. That's not it.
Well, he's a supervillain in this town.
Oh, geez, I wonder.
It
I
fits.
might wait for that
The Green Goblin.
Wait a few weeks for that category, okay? Because clearly you grabbed the wrong category.
I've been throwing away the used ones, and Jay catches them. The Green Goblin is what you
The
missed.
Green Goblin.
That would have been a good
that
one.
was Spider-Man's nemesis. That wasn't good,
It
Darce.
was not
I'm
good.
just going to tell
no.
you.
Not my best outing.
No. But you're still 2-1, which when I fill out the scorecard might have you still having the highest win percentage this year.
That's why we play 3 games.
That's right. To get them all. Thank you for playing. We appreciate it.
Of course.
We'll see. Lebo thinks he's pretty good at this game. So
He's much better than I.
all right, we'll find out. Michael Darcy, you catch him middays as part of The Zone, and of course he's on at night as well here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. We'll take a break, come back. Hear a little bit from Matt Quattrero. We're going to talk Royals baseball because we have to, because we want to, actually. It's not over, but they are 7-10. I fielded the second and third text from people I know claiming it's time to fire Matt Quattrero last night. And I bothered to respond to one, and the other two I was like, this is a complete waste of my time.
Cannot do this.
But we'll hear what he had to say next here in the program.
The program with Soren Petro.
Come on, you commie percent. Let's play some football.
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
All right, listen up. You got a leak, you got a clogged drain, can't flush the toilet, maybe can't do a load of laundry, maybe your water heater's acting up. Listen, don't stress. Call the folks I call. Call my guys at the Plumbing Pro. They've been locally owned and operated since 1980. Coach Steve has run this business like a champ, and he and his staff are still there. All the best plumbers in Kansas City are right there at the Plumbing Pro. Listen, we had a place we used to use. They were local. They had the same name on it. And I watched the service get worse and worse and worse. And I couldn't figure out why. Then I did a little research and found out that they'd sold out long ago. Yeah, the name was the same, but the people running the operation weren't the same. That's not the case with the Plumbing Pro. Since 1980, locally owned and operated. From small fixes to big jobs, they've got the tools, the experience, and they know how to get it done right the first time. Do what I did. Listen to Tim Grunhard. Go to the Plumbing Pro. Go to theplumbingpro.com. That's theplumbingpro.com. right? Remember, the one to know is the Plumbing Pro. And remember, they do showers and tubs as well. I know that's the last project we did with the Plumbing Pro. And if you mention my name, tell me you want the Petro deal, you can save $2,000 on a new tub or shower. They did a phenomenal job. Customer service was excellent. The final product is exactly what we want. Now we have a beautiful new shower with the shelving we need, with everything. It looks fantastic. It's functional. It drains. It works perfectly. Not like our old shower. Now we actually turn it on. It works. It doesn't have that clunky handle. Everything is great. They did a fantastic job. Thanks to my friends at the Plumbing Pro. You'll have the same experience. Remember, no matter what it is, no matter what the plumbing problem might be, the Plumbing Pro is the one to know. Go to theplumbingpro.com today.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hi, this is Kerry with Pyramid Roofing. Your roof is your first line of defense, and choosing the right roofing company makes all the difference. For over 30 years, Pyramid Roofing has served Kansas City with proven materials.
All right, the Twin Peaks into the hour answer. It is Jackie Robinson Day in Major League Baseball. Who was the first Royal to wear the number 42?
Well, the last was Tom Goodwin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry if that's one of your questions later in the day.
No, it didn't.
The last big leaguer was Mariano Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if that was one of your questions. Nope. The last Royal to wear the first Royal to wear 42. Position?
Pitcher.
Dennis Leonard wear 42? No, he wore 22, yeah.
I think he wore something else maybe as a rookie, but
42 pitcher. I'm trying to see. Fitz wear 42?
Al Fitzmaurice.
There you go. Hey!
R.I.P. Fitzy.
It's a good day whenever we can remember our buddy Al Fitzmaurice.
Our friend Kurt Nelson gave me that heads up. So,
Al Fitzmaurice.
Always a good time.
The most underrated Royal in history.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
I mean, he still holds the franchise record for
win percentage.
Career win percentage. And he played on a team. He was there before they got good. He was actually leaving the Royals right when they started winning divisions. His last year was their first division title, when Whitey Herzog decided to leave a 15-game winner in the bullpen for the entire postseason series against the Yankees.
Great guy to do a pregame and postgame with. Great guy to watch a game with. A lot of fun just to hang out with.
And as we've touted, the guy who could spend the entire game
walking
to people, around the stadium and saying hello,
fans and saying hi, and then come back, and I'd be like, remember the first time working with him, watching him, I'm like, this guy, he doesn't even care. And then we'd be like, well, on the second inning, well, he started him off with a slider, and then he, backdoored this, and and would just go through it. I'm like, I don't remember that, and I just sat here with my scorebook staring at it, and you're carrying on conversations and shaking hands and meeting people.
Remembered every pitch.
You're down in the stands with folks, and you're up here in the box, and you're over in the booth, and just a savant of a baseball mind.
Yeah. And absolute prince as a human being.
Yeah, love Fitz. What a great guy. I always like it when Fitz is the answer. Brightens my day, brings a smile to my face, as he did every time we worked with him. I just thought, rain delays with Fitz were an absolute.
Yes.
When they would tell us, I think we're gonna send it to you guys, like.
Yeah.
There's some things we can't say.
Oh, my goodness.
He was funny on the air, and he was
even funnier off the air.
Even funnier off the air.
Yes.
I want to hear this one.
They're his, yeah. And he could tell a joke like it was nobody's business.
Yeah.
There's nobody's business. Great dry delivery.
Yep.
Yeah. He's fantastic. Al Fitzmaurice, number 42, first 42 in Royals history. All right.
Wore 39, I think, during his prime.
Okay, but 42 early in his career?
Yeah, and after he left, 39, Al Hrabosky took 39, but Fitzy went to Cleveland, where he closed out his career.
Al Hrabosky, Polish guy.
Yes.
That's another one. Do you know who Al Hrabosky is?
Yeah, the Mad Hungarian.
Well,
right, nice.
Okay, so how about that?
So you knew it, but
do you know hang on? Have you ever heard the story of Nate Bukaty interviewing Al Hrabosky?
Yes, you guys told me this one.
Oh, we did.
It's been a while, but tell it again.
Nate, early in his days, and is young or younger than you, is interviewing Al Hrabosky, Royals, Cardinals, and Al Hrabosky was doing Cardinals games, and Nate's interviewing him, and I guess he had never heard the nickname, because he's not as old as me and Kurtis. And he just knows him. He does not know him like the days that the Royals fans do, of the long, shaggy brown hair, the Fu Manchu mustache. Yeah. And he had this routine. He would get up on the mound, and he would walk down to the back of the mound, and he would turn facing out towards center, and he would grind the ball with his hand, right? And he'd just grind it, kind of staring at it, looking all mad. And then he'd put his glove back on, and he'd pop the ball into the glove, and he'd turn around and storm up on the mound, lean in there with a scowl on his face.
Great.
And hence he got the name. He was Hungarian. He got the name the Mad Hungarian. And that's what he was known for.
Yeah.
But then as a broadcaster, he was a great broadcaster.
Yeah.
And he,
funny guy.
Funny guy, and articulate the game really well. Didn't strike you as, Kyle Farnsworth.
Yeah.
Who was
Wasn't a guy you would have feared.
Yeah,
The guy you
you're
wanted
like,
to hang
oh,
out
this
with.
is just a swell, funny guy calling a baseball, and he wasn't a really big guy,
No,
even
he's
though he
about
was
6 foot, maybe
yeah,
5'11".
Yeah, 5'11", 6 foot. I was thinking maybe even shorter, but and so I think he had just a normal haircut and everything, and so Nate's just interviewing Mr. Al Hrabosky, color analyst for the St. Louis Cardinals in his mind. Didn't just was talking Cardinals baseball with him. Wasn't going to do anything about Al, right? And so was it before or after the interview?
It was after.
It was after they get done, and he goes,
I think.
Hrabosky, yeah, I'm Polish too. And he goes, I'm the mad Hungarian, you moron. And in classic Nate fashion, he goes, okay. And turns and walks away.
Mad Hungarian, you moron.
I'm the mad Hungarian, you moron. I think he had just heard it too. I don't think because he was SKY, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but he heard ski, thought it was SKI. Oh, yeah, another Polish guy like me. Yeah.
Nope.
The mad Hungarian, you moron.
5'11", 185, they listed.
Okay, all right.
Did Nate save that audio? Was he still rolling?
And
I don't think he was still rolling, but,
And he went to the Royals in 78, about a year too late.
Yeah,
he was there in 77.
He had a couple of games.
Yeah.
He had a couple of moments, but
Yeah, if he was there in 77, they finish off the Yankees in Game 5.
That was the Littell homer, right?
76 was Littell. 77 was they had Dennis Leonard came out and pitched the ninth inning with a 3-2 lead. They up 3-1. The Yankees got 1 in the 8th and then 3 in the 9th to win 5-3.
Suffice it to say, there was a lack of confidence in the pen.
Yes.
So
Yes, they didn't really have a closer. Quiz wasn't there yet, and they didn't trust anybody they had out there. So that was the I'm sure the impetus towards going, hey, we need a guy to pitch the ninth, and then they got him, and then they didn't ever face that situation. Yankees beat him in 4 the next year.
last night the Royals managed to score a run.
They did.
That's it.
Barely.
For a while, it looked like it was going to hold up. Matt Quatrero, after the game, tipped his cap to Framber Valdez.
Yeah, we didn't have many chances. I mean, Framber pitched a heck of a game. I mean, his sinker was on. Weak contact. Guys tried. They were battling, but he's one of the best starters in the league, and he pitched like it today.
I expect nothing else to come out of the mouth of the manager of the Kansas City Royals. He's not going to come out there, at least at this point, he's not going to come out there and just blast his team. It's too early for that. But, just to dissect what he said, we didn't have many chances. You had 27 outs, like everybody gets. Framber Valdez is tough, but this is big league baseball.
Yeah.
It ain't just the soft underbelly all the time. Yes, you get some 4s and 5s, and you get some middle relievers, but you also got the 1-2-3s pitched in the regular season too. And so this is part of the game. And, I would listen to that if they were averaging 5 runs a game. But, again, he's got to defend his players at this point.
Yeah.
And maybe he's lighting up the clubhouse before he walks out there. I doubt it. But, I disagree with the fundamental concept. You just haven't been scoring runs. So this is, even if it was, boy, we finally figured something out, but Valdez is that good, you don't get that grace. You just don't. I mean, you're not scoring ever. It doesn't matter who's up there.
And another situation, I didn't even notice this at the time, but a lot of people were after the game. 9th inning, runner at third, 2 outs, 1-0 count to the pinch hitter. I can't think who it was. Starling Marte.
Starling Marte. There's 1 out.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry, 2 outs.
No, there were
right.
2 outs. I'm looking, 2 outs, runner at third, 1-0 pitch. Pitch was 4 or 5 inches high. No challenge. They had 2 challenges left. Didn't think to tap the helmet, and it was clearly a ball. It would have been overturned and 1-1. Now, how that at bat goes after that, I don't know. But he wouldn't be. It would have been 2-0.
After that pitch, there was a fastball in the exact same height.
Yeah.
Called a ball.
Yeah. Same spot. He's like, why aren't you? So the Royals have been pretty good at that, but it's tougher. The hitters probably got the toughest job of seeing that because the catcher is looking right through the zone. He sees the boxes. The guy's pitching. The pitcher's looking right at it. The pitcher's looking at it at an angle. So it's a little tougher to figure that out. But and plus the catcher's been sitting there for every pitch. He knows where the zone is.
Yeah, the catchers are going to be the best at that. But
and the pitcher's probably going to be second best. The hitter's going to be third. But
I mean, it may speak to the fact that
2-1 game. Man.
It may speak to the fact that he can't track the ball well. I mean, he is not young in hitting years.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I want to point something out. The big gripe before the game,
yes,
you were getting tweets, you were getting texts, was why did they put Lane Thomas in the 3 spot?
Yep.
And they moved Vinny Pasquantino down to 5. The only guy to get on base twice was Lane Thomas, and he stole a base.
Yes.
So the best offensive player was Lane Thomas.
Yeah.
So let's not, bother to look at Lane Thomas's career against left-handers before that goes out.
Yes.
And there's more to it than just what hand is it. They get very in depth on swing plane and the how do you battle against a sweeper, guys that have horizontal break. All of that is part of the equation of who they put in there. Nothing is done without thought.
No.
Okay. So if you look at something and you immediately go, well, that's dumb. What are they thinking? Take a second and think it through yourself.
Yes.
Because Matt Quatraro has thought everything through. We'll talk about the turn it over the table mindset of managing next year in the program.
The program with Soren Petro.
Too fat to run.
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
All right, listen up. Did you know that Mother's Day is just 4 weeks away? You heard me right. It's just 4 weeks away. Does your mom need a special gift? Of course she does. How about your wife? Listen, if you've got any mother on your shopping list, Jocelyn's Jewelry is the place to go for you to hit an absolute home run. Voted the #1 jewelry store in Kansas City, Gary Jocelyn's been in business for almost 50 years. Kansas City's best jeweler. Sure, if you need a repair, if you need an appraisal, if you need anything from a jeweler, Gary Jocelyn can do it. You know he's done thousands and thousands of repairs. Many of them he can do right while you wait. The ring I'm wearing on my finger right now, Gary fixed it for me. And the necklace my wife wears when we go to special occasions. The bracelet my wife wears when we go to special occasions. She got it at Jocelyn's Jewelry. Listen, we had a great buying experience. I've told this story before. Me and my daughters going. When they were little, they looked at every piece. It felt like every piece of jewelry in the store. And the staff was so happy to help us out. They had a great time watching my daughters have a great time looking at all this beautiful jewelry. The staff treats you like family the moment you walk in the door. The jewelry is exquisite. It's unique. It's the best jewelry store in Kansas City for a reason. Be treated like a real person. Be treated like a member of the family. Go to Jocelyn's Jewelry. And then on top of it, you're getting the best jewelry at the best price. Listen, Gary said it before. He doesn't want your money. He wants your business. He wants people like me that have been going to him for 20 years. Whenever we need jewelry in my family, whether it's Mother's Day gift, whether it's a confirmation gift, whatever it might be, we know where we're going. We're going to the southeast corner of 95th and Antioch. You can find them online at joslinsjewelry.com. Jocelyn's Jewelry, the gold standard in fine jewelry.
Are you suffering from Crohn's? BVL Clinical Research is enrolling participants for a clinical trial that may be the solution you've been looking for. To qualify, you must be between 18 and 75 and have moderate to severe Crohn's, even if past treatments did not work or cause side effects. At BVL, we believe in compassionate, patient-focused care. Our mission is to improve lives through research. You may receive study-related care at no cost, plus compensation for time, food, and travel. Learn more at bvlresearch.com.
When Bill Lambert started Midwest Heating, he realized something very quickly. The most important thing
By the way, Mel Kiper's mock draft, Jordan Tyson to the Chiefs.
There you go.
We're not the only ones.
Nope.
So there you go. We will talk some Chiefs football with Tim Grunhard coming up here in a minute. Talking some Royals baseball here to wrap up the second hour. I mentioned I had, let me just read it. A friend of mine texted me and said, where is it? I think it was that long ago. Where the hell is it? Well, basically said to the extent, maybe it was further back than that. Yeah, there it is. Q needs to be on the hot seat. He's a blank. Our studs don't respond to his passive BS. We need a red ass now. Larry Boa type. While not best for the long haul, you have to live for the moment. So admitting that this is not the right strategy for the long haul, but you got to live for the moment. To which I responded, you don't. That's BS that people without responsibilities say.
Yes.
You got to live for the moment. Well, you make decisions for no one. So you feel free. But those that carry responsibilities, no.
I got a text that this incompetent manager is wasting an incredible amount of talent. Incredible amount of talent? That's what you see 1 through 9? All
right. It's 17 games in. Settle down.
All right, who was the first Notre Dame player to be taken by the Chiefs in the common draft era? Brought to you by La Feta Delicatessen.
player, coach, pain in the ass. He's done it all on the gridiron from South Bend to Arrowhead. From football on the radio, back to football, then more radio, then a little more football, and now radio again. It's Chiefs Hall of Famer Tim Grunhard on the program.
Brought to you by The Plumbing Pro. When you really need a plumber, the one to know is The Plumbing Pro. Visit them online at theplumbingpro.com.
Yes, indeed, the folks that helped me with my shower. We had a couple of showers we need to remodel. The Plumbing Pro, the ones to know, the Plumbing Pro. In fact, if you mention you want the Petro deal, get $2,000 off a new tub or shower replacement. Ed came over. He was great to work with. Got everything squared away. Got the brand new showers we always wanted with the shelving we certainly needed. The Plumbing Pro, if it doesn't flush, if it doesn't wash, if it doesn't drain, the hot water heater's on the fritz, ain't nobody going to be happy in your house. I can tell you that
Absolutely not. The Plumbing Pro has saved my, you know what,
bacon
many times.
Bacon.
Especially, I even called on a Sunday, said, hey, listen, we got a toilet on the fritz here. It's running nonstop, and it's causing some issues, and they send over a great technician, and they always have great people coming over. I've been dealing with the Plumbing Pro for almost 20 years now.
Well, you're the ones who got me
awesome.
going when
Awesome.
we'd had a company we'd used for a while, and they kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I started looking around. And I was like, what's the deal? Well, it turns out they had sold like 3 or 4 years ago. It was the same name, but wasn't the same people running it.
If you could find a good mechanic, a great plumber, and a contractor that you trust, you're ahead of the game.
Well, I will tell you, there is nobody in that list that you need more urgently, perhaps, than the plumber.
The plumber. You don't call a plumber if things are going good.
Right.
I mean, you just don't do it.
You just don't.
You just say, hey, what's going on? You know what? We might want to, it's like, please get over here.
Yeah.
And the Plumbing Pro, they pull up in those red trucks, those beautiful red trucks with that little football guy, which I told Steve, I think that was me.
You think he was?
I think that really big head, little body.
Isn't he catching the ball?
He's getting ready to snap it. He's taking the ball and he's going to put it on the ground.
Oh,
and
is
snap
that
it.
what he's going to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That's right. Steve and his crew are. We got the draft coming up. They are first-round draft picks over there.
I
Great
agree.
people. So
I agree.
if you guys are looking for somebody, you got to head over.
Theplumbingpro.com.
Absolutely.
Theplumbingpro.com. Yep, they do a fantastic job.
How you doing,
I
buddy?
agree. I'm doing well. How is your draft prep going?
The draft prep is going.
You went all the way to
splendidly.
Florida to prep. Is
I
that
did.
right?
In fact, I was flying back today. A bunch of my.
I thought you drove always.
No.
Did your cheap ass finally spring for a vehicle?
Yeah. No. Actually, we take a car down now in January and leave it, and then we'll drive it back in June. Roberts Robinson, my good friends over there.
They're great people as well.
Obviously, a great sponsor for.
That's
you know
right.
what? I know I'm with the right people because they're all on your show.
Well,
I mean, it's just the Roberts Robinson. I hear your reads. The Plumbing Pro, all great people.
Well, thank you. I agree wholeheartedly, and I will tell you that Tim Grunhard is the reason why I called the Plumbing Pro, and we'll call no one else, and haven't now for quite a while. So they do a great job.
Steve Bushorn and Mike Robinson, two great pillars in this community. So
it's tough to find people that have been doing what they're doing for a long time right here in Kansas City.
Yep, like you. You've been here a long time in Kansas City. I know you had a little bit of a sidetrack to Vegas.
I don't like to admit it's been a long time, but then when I think about it, it's been an extraordinarily long time. I was who was it? It was Sam McDowell yesterday. When was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Probably.
And we're talking about the Crown Center being a part of the maybe part of the land purchase for the new Royal Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, make sure. He's like, well, we're gonna Q&A with the mayor. I said, well, make sure find out if they're going to keep the little Santa's workshop at the holidays so that my wife can continue the family tradition of taking our daughters 19 plus years, 19 years of taking our daughters down for a Christmas card with their cousins. And so my wife is going to want to know that so you could get to the bottom of it. He goes, oh, when you asked about Santa's workshop, I didn't know if you were looking for a side gig. And I said, are you telling me I'm fat and I could fill the suit? He said, no, I'm telling you you're old because of the white beard.
There you go.
So either way, it's not good.
No,
not
at all.
No, but you know what? Listen, you've been doing this for a long time. I remember when you were working for a whole nother station,
mm-hmm.
and then I was over there for a little bit, and then we both came back to this one. So,
Yeah.
Which is a great place to work with great people, and that's what we try to see. If you surround yourself with great people that care about you, people that love you, and it's not hard to find here in Kansas City.
That
really
that's
is
a great point. It's a great point. Look at Tim came back all sentimental this week.
I know, a little sentimental. The draft's coming up.
Or did you have I'm looking at the clouds. You have a bumpy flight in. You thought that was it?
I did have a bumpy flight in.
Yeah. A little life reassessment.
Yeah, once kind of got coming up from the south, it just
This
started
is the
getting
captain
bumpy.
speaking. We're going to go ahead and ask the flight attendants to take a seat.
Yeah, so they did
a little
about
bit
30
rough coming in here. And
35 minutes in, they said we're going to have the flight attendants take a seat. So
what's your
is there
cure?
anybody on the?
What's your cure for that when they tell you that and it's a little uneasy?
You know what? I've flown so many times now that I am one of the people that will look around and I'll look.
You don't pack a handful of small alcohol containers that are ready to slug down?
I will look at the flight attendants, and if they look nervous, then I'll start to get a little bit nervous. But if they're kind of just looking at their phones and kind of relaxed, I'm like, they've been through this a million times. So if they're fine, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I had one time where there was such a breeze of cold air on my foot. I'm like, is there a hole in this thing? Like, I started getting freaked out. I'm like, I think there's I'm like, do I tell somebody that there is a gush of cold air on my foot? Like, I have no idea what it was, but I'm like, if the tail end of this plane rips off, I made it. That's all I cared about. And I felt like I should write down the tail sign of this thing because I'm not getting on this thing again. But, I didn't do it.
And tail numbers?
Usually flying's all right, but you have your moments where you're like,
you do.
There's
always, especially in the spring. Spring and summer are the worst times to fly.
Just because of
of the rough weather, the instability in the atmosphere.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
What?
I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Do you, as you peruse the draft, is there anyone you think is no doubt a year in, year out Pro Bowler?
Wow, that's a really good question.
Because everyone talks about, the real first-round picks.
People that the Chiefs are going to maybe be able to get, or are we talking about just I think that Jeremiah Love is going to be a really good football player. And I know everybody's like, Grunny, you keep saying that because he's a Notre Dame guy. And when it first came out and I said, listen, I want this guy to be a Kansas City Chief, and people are saying, well, no, you're just picking it, you're seeing it through the Notre Dame colored glasses, all that stuff. He is, a lot of people think, the best athlete in the draft.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Yeah, because everyone else has him like fourth round, and you.
Just you.
Absolutely, just me.
Yeah, he's not consistently mocked to number 4 to the Titans right now.
I'm not sold on Mendoza.
I'm not either.
Not sold on him.
I think he's going to be more Carson Palmer than he is like Pat Mahomes or Joe Burrow, if you want to liken him to 1-1s.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good quarterback that probably gets some, might get a Pro Bowl or two here and there, but it'll be more kind of like the big boy who's in the Super Bowl and another guy got hurt, and Carson Palmer made some Pro Bowls on his own volition, but I don't think because you have Mendoza, it's like we're going to Super Bowls.
Yeah, we're set.
And
I think you're going to need a really good team around him to go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, I think that we can, obviously talk about the two defensive ends, guy from Texas Tech and obviously guy from Miami, but I just don't see anybody that just is like there's a flashing sign. This is just the guy, the All-Pro, the Pro Bowler. I think there's a lot of good football players in this draft, and I think that's the value of this draft. I think we talked about it a little bit last week. I think this is one of the deepest drafts we've had. I just don't think there's a lot of blue chippers in this draft.
I pointed out that the greatest top of a draft I've ever seen was 1989, and there were 5 guys that I felt like these guys are Hall of Famers, and 4 of them were, and one of them was a Titanic bust.
Yeah,
Troy Aikman went 1, Tony Manrich went 2, Barry Sanders went 3, Derek Thomas went 4, and Deion Sanders went 5. And Curtis pointed out the number 4 pick had 27.5 sacks. Playing in a run-oriented SEC that year.
Yeah.
That's how good Derek Thomas was coming out of Alabama. And Deion Sanders was running kicks and punts back for touchdowns, catching the ball on offense, and, oh, by the way, was undoubtedly the best cover corner in college football for like 2 or 3 years. Barry Sanders rushed for 2,700 yards.
And before you get to the next guy.
And Troy Aikman was 6'5" with a rocket arm and throwing the ball over the yard. You felt like that guy's having a play. And then Tony Manrich was as sure a thing as I think I've ever seen.
I'm telling you guys, I watched this guy play for 4 years.
You mentioned the 4 guys the other guys.
Three of them went after this guy,
and the only one that was on the cover of Sports Illustrated was Mandarich.
Tony Mandarich.
Everyone thought he was
Tony
going to be the next
Mandarich was
best
a
guy ever.
dominant football player. In 1987 and 1988 and 1989, he was as good as anybody I've ever
87 and
seen.
88, because 89 was his draft.
That's right. Okay, that's right. It's 87 and 88. 87 and 88, we played Michigan State one time at home, one time there.
Did you guys all know he was on the juice?
You know what? Yeah, I think we all had listen, he was just so big and so strong and so physical and so quick. He just dominated people. I mean, he made it look like a pro player playing against high school players. I mean, he just destroyed people. But, you always in the back of your mind were thinking, wow, can he sustain this if he gets off of the juice? And obviously he couldn't.
What percentage of guys were on the juice back then? Was he was he so dominant because he was unique?
No.
He was one of only a couple of guys that were on it?
No,
or?
there was a fair amount of guys in the early 80s through the mid 80s that were on steroids in college football. We got tested all the time, but I'm not going to tell you that I didn't think about taking it.
Right.
I mean, it was an easy. I mean, everybody was doing it. You look over, and I had a buddy who went to Michigan. I had a buddy who went to Michigan State. I had a buddy who went to Illinois. And these guys, you see them in the summer, and they're just getting big and strong, and just muscular, and they're just putting on this great weight, and they look huge. And you're like, man, that looks awesome. I'd love to be able to do that. But I knew it. I mean, if we did, because I'm not saying that Notre Dame was different in this aspect, but we were tested all the time for street drugs and for steroids. And steroids became the big thing because the last thing they wanted to do was to get a black mark on their reputation with having a bunch of guys on steroids. So that and the idea that health wise, and my dad had cancer, and I was thinking, okay, listen, my dad's fighting cancer here, and steroids, they may cause cancer. What am I doing here? Am I testing fate? All these things were running through my mind. So didn't do it. Not that I didn't think about it.
Right.
I mean, not that, if somebody would have said, hey, listen, here's some Anavar or Anadrol or whatever, Deca, Duranabol, which were all the different steroids.
You didn't do it, but you seem to know a lot about it.
Hey, let me tell you something. There was a lot of talk about it back when I was in. And then the NFL was even, you couldn't do it in the NFL either, because that was another thing that in the 80s was big. I remember talking to Tommy Condon about steroids in the NFL because he was my agent. And he's like, yeah, man, so many guys were on juice in the early 80s and late 70s in the NFL, and they kind of they nipped that in the bud. But that's why Mandarich obviously thought that maybe he'd be able to get away with it because he got away with it at Michigan State, and they thought when he got drafted by the Green Bay Packers at the NFL he'd get away with it, and he didn't, and he had to get off, and the rest is history. I mean, he could not perform. He could not get to the level that he needed to be without taking steroids.
Yeah, but anyway.
But you look at now with the substance abuse, or not substance abuse, but what do they call that? With all the guys getting suspended, performance enhancing, which is all kinds of different things now that you could take. HGH is one of the things. There's a lot of people that walk the streets right now are taking HGH, human growth hormones.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think it's really, really good for you, but that's just another thing that. They're looking for and we're banning.
Well, I saw a documentary that proposed the all steroids Olympics.
Wow, really?
It was a documentary. Yeah. They had this big Russian guy who actually was on, what do they say, some kind of horse tranquilizer?
Yeah, he was NyQuil, Darvon, and some sort of horse paralyzer.
Yeah, and
horse paralyzer.
Yeah, something like that. And like when he went to lift, he was trying to lift so much weight he pulled his arms off.
Yeah.
Is this a Saturday Night Live skit?
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't a documentary. You're right. It was a Saturday Night Live skit. Yeah, with Kevin Nealon. And he
that's got to be disappointing to the big Russian.
He pulled his arms off.
He pulled his arms right off.
That's going to be disappointing to the big Russian.
Squirting out to the side. But yeah, if you think
the all steroid Olympics.
It was Phil Hartman who played
Phil Hartman who was the weightlifter. And he gets down and he's like, all right. his hands are still gripping the bar, and he stands up, and there's no arms, and the blood's just shooting out.
Was it Dana Carvey, and who else was it? I'm going to pump you up.
Yeah, that was Kevin Nealon also.
Yeah, that was Kevin Nealon. Yeah. But no, anyway, but yes, so there are many performance enhancers out there.
But if you look at this draft, I mean, to your point,
that's the thing is I think we knew Barry Sanders was going to be a star. We knew Derek Thomas was going to be a star. We knew Deion Sanders. And I bring up the Tony Mandarich because but I also we've just told the story of why he didn't come to fruition, and presumably that's mostly out of the game today. But I don't think as much of Mendoza as Aikman. But I wonder something, because part of it is, we did an exercise last night on our podcast where we did our real first rounders. And I had 21 or 22 with another guy, Caleb Banks, the D tackle from Florida, that I said, if I could get a clear medical on him, I would put him on this list as well. But I don't think you're going to get it. I think he's too close to when he broke his foot to be able to, for it to be clear. And he's had a couple of different injuries. But I want to note that I think he would be a definitive first-round pick if he had a clear medical. And so I have more than most. And I said, the real first-round thing, I told the story that I first heard that from Carl Peterson back when you were playing and sitting in his office going into the draft and talking to him. He would take some time and talk about the draft with me. And, it was the first time I ever heard the concept of real first-rounders. Like, we got 30, there was 30 teams then, I think, or maybe it was even 28. Hell, I don't know. What year did they expand?
They expanded to 28 in 76.
No, to 30.
30 in 95.
Yeah, so there was 30 when he told me
Jacksonville came in?
Yeah, Jacksonville
and Carolina.
Yeah. And he said, we got 30 teams, so 30 guys are going to be called in the first round, but they're not all really that good. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And we talked about it. Well, how many in this year, how many in that year? And, he's going through these different books, not computers then, of like what they had, and was looking through, well, this year we had this many, and this year, and was going through it. And so it was very educational, very informative for me. And that always stuck with me. Well, now that's become, and I'm sure it was there long before I heard it. That wasn't the first time Carl Peterson, maybe it goes back to the 70s. I don't know, whenever somebody decided this is it. But it's so mainstream now. And every year, like Matt Miller does one, and we wait for it. He's usually the first one at ESPN. And this year he had 11. 11, right? He bumped it to 12. And I said this last night. I said, since I've been aware of this, which goes back to then, I hear it more and more. Now it's completely mainstream. But every year the number is less.
Right.
We have better training. We supposedly have a much better minor league in the SEC and Big Ten to really measure guys. But every year, fewer and fewer players are viewed as, well, this guy's a real first rounder. Yeah. And I said, you know what part of that is? First of all, there's no guarantees, right? But I think it's because it's become mainstream. It's a get-out-of-jail-free card. It's a cop-out for GMs to tell their owner, well, this is why we screwed up. We picked 16, and there are only 9 real guys. We picked 22, and there are only 12 real guys. And even for just the industry, so much of sports talk radio is football now, right? So whether you're a talk show host, but certainly just the whole, conundrum of people that are in just the cottage industry of pure NFL draft year-round. Used to be there was Mel Kiper. And that was it. Now there's numerous websites and all this. It's easier for them if we got a section in the book where we say, well, there's really only 8 guys that are first-round picks. So never mind that we called all these guys really good here. They weren't one of my real first-round picks. If my general manager came to me and said, well, it's going to be a tough one because we've only got 10 real first-round picks, I'd be like, you're paid to find the good players. Go find them. Yeah. No, you're not paid to find me a book of data that bails you out for why you didn't get it done. I hired you to be one of the best. I don't need to know what average is. I don't need excuses for why you didn't get it done. Go get it done. And because I want to talk to you about some of the offensive tackles in particular here in a minute on that. But don't you feel like that has become, for all of us that cover football, a cop-out? And definitely for the general managers, a cop-out. They just love to sell how, boy, most of these guys in the first round are a real gamble.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's a CYA type of deal. Yeah. But the evaluation process is so much more in-depth now than it's ever been. And that kind of fits into what you were talking about with all these different evaluators.
So are you saying they evaluate so much that they're better and we now know more?
They evaluate so much that they find flaws. So if there may be only 10 to 12 perfect first-round draft picks out there. But I think that the evaluation process has gone so much to everything from measurements of length to, all these different computer type of programs that you could stick the information in and it spits it out through whether AI or anything else. It's very rarely now where they look and say, okay, listen, here's the film. This is what this guy does on film. And this is, and
I think they look at the film, but they look at other things.
they do,
too now.
and I think they talk themselves out of a lot of things.
But don't you think, like we talk about how the Patriots left tackle got smoked in the playoffs, the kid from LSU,
Will Campbell.
Will Campbell,
yeah,
got smoked in the playoffs, and all the conversation was his tape at LSU was great.
Yeah,
you know what wasn't great? Short arms. And you know what got him beat in the playoffs? Short arms.
Right.
So there is an element of like...
No, absolutely.
You know, I assume, I do think personally, and maybe it's just because they do a better job of keeping it secret, I think the sport, I'll take hockey out of football, baseball, and basketball, the sport that does the least with the analytics is football.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the NHL. I don't know anything about the NHL and the.
I don't know if they do
what
anything either.
But I know baseball. There's a ton of analytics in baseball.
Yeah. Well,
spin rates and everything.
But I wonder, like in basketball with synergy, like a basketball team, a college coach can go, give me every right-hand drive of this guard in the second half against man-to-man defense, and it will just immediately grind down, and then he can watch every right-hand drive this guard has had going, like this. They can narrow down. I know the NFL has that to a degree because I can do it. There's access to me on some of the next-gen stats where I can pull like, okay, let me see every one of Patrick Mahomes' touchdowns. I don't, I have to type it in or click on some things, or let me see every one of Patrick Mahomes' interceptions. And you can be like, okay, he's got 14 interceptions, but 2 of these, I think this guy ran the wrong route. 3 of them, like there is an element of that. But I wonder, like, when you look at it, it's like, well, Will Campbell, short arms. Okay, did you pull out? Let's just see him against the guys that are real NFL prospects, right? Because like when I watch, just like all we have of the colleges are like the video highlights that a fan usually put together,
right?
And you like
the huddle-esque.
Yes.
Like a high school kid, we used to get all this huddle film when we were looking at scouts, and they'd have their top 15 or 20 plays. And do
they have their worst 15 or 20?
No, they only put their best.
Well,
so that was your job, is to go say, listen.
You're talking about when you're at KU.
When I was at KU recruiting.
Well, and so what I'm wondering is, like, I keep watching Reuben Bain beat a Wake Forest tackle.
Yeah.
I'm watching, like, can I see Reuben Bain just against the kid from Georgia, who's the left tackle from Georgia, who's going to go in the first round, and Caden Proctor? Yeah. Right? Like, it's harder because he played for the ACC.
Alabama.
But take the A&M, Cassius Howell.
Yeah.
Let me see him against those 2 guys. Let me see him against,
right.
if he played for 3 years, the Georgia kid who was a first-round pick 2 years ago went to the Bengals as a left tackle. Let me see those snaps, and I can measure him against the NFL. I assume that's there. Their film geeks can do that now and grind it with the computers, but I just think that there is – I'll say this. I don't think they should be missing on on tackles, on offensive tackles, on edge rushers, on corners, and on wideouts. Like that's one edict. As an owner, I would need Brett Veach to come explain to me how we missed on Wanya Morris and how we, they didn't miss on Kingsley Suamataia because I'm sure in the back of their head they thought guard. But like to me, evaluating a tackle and an edge rusher, that's a one-on-one matchup. Like, you want to evaluate a safety? Well, did the corner do his job over there? Did the pass rush get home? Were the linebackers covering? Did he have to come off his guy? There's so many elements to what his responsibilities are, but there are 2 places on the field where I feel like it's man-on-man. It's man coverage, wide out versus corner.
Right.
Did you beat his jam? No. Okay, so he jammed him. Could you run your route precise? Could you get him off? Could you shake him? Could you outrun him? Could you flip your hips? Like those 2, and then edge rusher against tackle in one-on-one situations, that should be it.
Right.
If they play in the Big Ten or the SEC and they play those 4 positions, I don't think you should really get that wrong very often.
Yeah.
Or stop telling me we took these SEC guys because it's the best league and we know. Okay, well then those 4 positions you shouldn't get wrong.
So the interesting thing is, we're getting to the point now where there's so many different mock drafts and there's so many different people that have been thrown into.
But do you agree with that concept?
I absolutely agree with you, and you should be able to evaluate a offensive tackle. Anybody who's kind of out in that space or out a little bit of area where you can really get a good feel for what they're trying to do. It's like the center and the guards, a lot of different combination things. You can watch how they finish. You can watch how they get to the second level. You can see their hips, how they dip, their leverage, how smart they are, miss assignments, those kind of things. But you're exactly right. When you're talking about the wide receiver versus corner, very obvious to see, when you're putting two talented guys against each other, who wins that battle. Same thing with a defensive end and the tackle position. But my question for you, and maybe we don't have time in this thing, is all these different mock drafts that come out, and they're starting to talk about offensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs at 9. And I'm thinking, and there's a lot of people that are just, for some reason, not sold on Josh Simmons. What am I missing?
Well, I think they're talking about tackle on the right side.
Yeah, but if you're going to draft a guy 9,
I think nowadays, if you
just
Andy
draft
Reid,
a guy 9 and say that.
I think Andy Reid wants 5 guys out in the pattern, and that means 5 guys got to block 5 guys all the time.
So you got Moreland Freeland from Georgia, and you got that Caden Proctor, right? From
probably Maui Goa from Maui Noah. It looks like Maui Goa, but not Maui Noah from Miami.
Yeah.
Fano from Utah are probably the top 2, and then you get to Freeling from Georgia, and then either Miller from Clemson and or Caden Proctor from Alabama. And so, let's hold that thought, because I do want to ask you, because I want to know what you would do as an offensive line coach with these weaknesses, because I'm going to read these weaknesses to you. And I want to know whether or not this is something that should just be coachability.
Or can or cannot be fixed.
Okay. All right. We'll take a break. Tim Grunhard's with us here in the program. He's brought to you by our friends at The Plumbing Pro. If it won't flush, if it won't drain, if you've got septic issues, sewer issues, they handle any and all plumbing needs, no matter how big. The Plumbing Pro. The ones to know. Find them online at theplumbingpro.com.
All right, the La Feta Delicatessen. Drums. End of the hour answer. Who was the first Notre Dame player to be taken?
Is that the Cure or something? You can't be. That's got to be way too old. This is not
Sounds
the
like
Cure.
86 or 87.
He didn't even know what the Cure is. He thinks it's like syphilis or gonorrhea or something at his age.
Like he's heard of gonorrhea at his age.
Is it gone? It'll be back soon, from what I hear.
Could be. It's possible. I'm not sure who
was that the Cure?
The band?
It was not. I'm not sure who this is. Okay, go.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, go.
I will. Who was the first Notre Dame player to be taken? They were certainly influenced by the mid-'80s. Who was the first Notre Dame player to be taken by the Chiefs in the common draft era, which everyone knows those are three of my favorite words in April.
One of the first guys to call me when I got drafted. And
Chiefs,
I went to school with his daughter, Megan. She was very, very good looking.
Okay.
And my freshman
All
year,
right.
my freshman year, tried to introduce myself, and she looked at me and said, "Listen, I'm not dating any football players."
Good for her.
And she just walked on by. And then when I saw her father, the guy that you're talking about, at the junior parents weekend.
Well, Jim Lynch is the guy you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Jim, I was intimidated by him. He was a big, strong-looking man.
Okay.
And what a great person. He passed away a couple years ago. Really, really good guy, Jim Lynch.
Yeah, great football
That was
player.
As good a linebacking trio as the league has ever seen.
Ever. There might be some as good.
Yeah.
I would listen to that argument, but there was none that was better.
But two surefire first ballot all-time Hall of Famers who stood out among Hall of Famers, and a guy who you could argue was
numerous Pro
on the
Bowls.
edge of that.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
A lot of people think that
Athletic.
Jim should be in the NFL Hall of Fame, but great football player, great guy too, wonderful person, great member of our community for a long, long time.
Speaking of great, La Feta Delicatessen, lafetadeli.com. You can check out their menu. The Beach Boys. Beach Boy or Beach Boys?
Beach Boy.
Beach Boy, singular. Also, one of my favorites. Great sandwich. Love the boss as well. Check out all of their sandwiches. Don't forget they can cater for your graduation party, but you need to get your order in advance.
Who was the last guy taken from Notre Dame to go to the Chiefs? He has had an interesting stay in Kansas City.
He was a defensive back.
Kavari Russell.
Russell.
He had a very brief stay.
Very brief stay.
Actually, I will tell you,
pick.
It was never.
In fact, he was taken with number 74, a pick the Chiefs have this year.
He would have fit into that draft you were talking about a little bit earlier in 1975, was it?
75.
Yeah, the worst Chiefs draft ever.
11 players, only one ever played in the NFL.
And the best draft, would you guys concur with the 1974 Steelers draft?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's probably it. 5 Hall of Famers in one draft.
That's
unbelievable.
That's tough to beat.
That's tough to beat.
I want to do this exercise with you because
put me on the spot again. I love it.
Talking about the real first rounders. By the way, do you like the new mics and how they work?
I do, but you keep hitting yourself with it.
Well, I just did there, but
I haven't touched it.
I've heard this from you like 5 times.
What are you talking about?
You know what it is? I noticed this too.
No, it's when you tap on this.
It's much more responsive.
You can't touch the thing anymore.
There's no damper.
It used to be this. They would hang up in the sky, and it didn't work very well.
Now everything's got to be video, Tim, and so they don't want the mic blocking your
they want to see
gaunt
our
face.
But they haven't fixed the headphone.
Come on now.
No.
So
don't be silly.
So don't touch the table.
That's right.
You know me. I'm always pounding on the table for someone.
That's right. So here, I want you
better than standing on it.
I want you to hear the strengths and weaknesses from a draft guide that I like about a player, and you tell me what you would do, and then I'll tell you who the guy is afterwards. Enormous frame with outstanding overall mass and body length. Rare explosiveness for a player his size and density. Enough lateral range to cut off wide speed rushers. By the way, this is an offensive tackle.
I thought that was Mendoza.
No. Controls defenders when he gets his hands on them. Finished his career making 18 consecutive starts without a holding penalty. Adequate anchor and rarely gets inverted versus power. Flashes a nasty temperament and looks to finish. Creates movement in run game. Asset at the goal line. Locates targets and launches them. On short pull plays. And then, let's see, durable, started 40 games at left tackle over the last 3 seasons. Those are the strengths.
All sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Weaknesses: inconsistent landmarks and leverage as a pass blocker.
Right.
Sets tall and hands have trouble finding surface area on rushers. Timing is consistently off between his steps and punch, which invites long arm moves into his chest.
Okay,
hang on. Late to recognize spinners or any type of inside move. Below average efficiency on combination blocks. Injured shoulder prior to the 24 season and missed first 2 games of 24 before playing hurt for the remainder of the season. Underwent shoulder surgery after the season ended. Left tackle only in college and high school. Doesn't have experience at guard or right tackle. He stands 6'6" and 5'8" inches tall. He weighs 352 pounds, and his arm length is above the 33-inch minimum that some people have at 33 3/8. And he ran the 40-yard dash at, again, 352 pounds at 5.21.
I mean, it all sounds great.
And he played in one of the big leagues.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing from it is he's got bad technique, which means he's a waist bender. And when he goes for his strike with his hands inside, he misses because he's not seeing his target. So it sounds like he's a big man. He's very athletic. When he gets his hands on you, it's over. But the problem is getting his hands on. And when you talk about guys who hurt their shoulders, a lot of times they hurt their shoulders because they're putting themselves in bad positions on punch. And when you put your bad position on punch, then the guy's going to be outside of your frame. When you're outside of your frame, you're reaching. When you reach as an offensive lineman, a guy runs through your shoulder, runs through your arm. That's when you start having shoulder problems. So it sounds like a little bit of a waist bender. Has some bad technique.
And instead of waist, you want to bend the knees, get down low, and be over your feet, as opposed to getting your weight falling forward.
And a waist bender is a guy that he's got straight legs, but he's reaching with his upper body because he's a little bit off on his timing. Therein lies the thing with the falls for the spin. Recognize the spin. Well, you can't recognize the spin, and you can't recognize movement when you're in a bad position as far as your body, your upper body. So. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like they love his athleticism, love his size, love his finish. When he gets his hands on you, he's strong. But
if he's an athlete, if he's got size and he's got,
I don't know who the guy is from Adam because you haven't said.
No, I haven't said. But I told you he played in a big league and he played only left tackle and he started 40 games at left tackle in a big league, and he didn't have a holding penalty in his last 18 games.
Right.
And yet there's all this list of things. So what I'm asking you is, with all those physical traits I gave you,
right?
Should you be able to draft that guy, hand him to your offensive line coach, and say, fix these things?
That's what I was going to say. That is a prototypical guy that you can mold into a very, very, very good left tackle. And that's the thing, guys, too. If you think that it's a finished product once it gets in the NFL as a rookie, you're wrong. The NFL is so much more superior as far as coaching and technique and fundamentals and having to use those because you can get away. Listen, if you are a big, strong, physical athlete in the offensive line position, especially at the tackle position, you can get away with having some flaws in your technique because you're not going against, just to your point that we talked about a little bit earlier, you're not going against world beaters every week. I mean, so... Once again, this is a guy that you want to look at. Okay, I know he played in a big league. I don't know what league it is because you hadn't told me who it is yet. But if it's a Big Ten or a big, SEC or ACC guy, or even, there it is. I'm pounding the thing again.
It's Big Ten or SEC. It's the two biggest leagues.
Yeah.
The two leagues that have been winning the championship.
So, there's some breaks. So if you're playing, what do they play? 9 games. You probably go against 4.
They play the Big Ten plays 9 and the SEC plays 8.
Yeah, you're probably going against 4 guys that would be considered NFL talent. That's it.
And then any playoff
guess what?
games.
When
any
you,
playoff games.
Yeah,
on top of that.
Yeah. But guess what? When you play in the NFL, you're playing against
for sure
NFL guys every week. But guys that are.
But I just want to be clear.
Who is he? Got dying to know who it is.
And I think other positions, guard, center. There's more things about handing off, more handoffs, and you got to hand off a left tackle. But there's a lot of the thing you need most. The thing that we see Wanya Morris get smoked on is he just gets beat by guys one-on-one on the outside. Right. And so if this guy can handle that, and his problem is trading off with the guard. Well, let's try to get Joe Tooney next to him, and I'll bet we'll do okay.
Or if he's just a little top heavy, then you can get that straightened out. I mean, you can get that straightened out as far as.
So
sitting down on your punch and get your head back. And, I when I was trying to explain to young offensive linemen, whether it's college guys or high school guys, and I'd always bring up, do you guys remember the little bird that used to have the red fluid in it? And when the fluid would go through the little bird and then it would pop up and the head would pop up. That's the way you should be as an offensive tackle or even offensive lineman, guard, even center. That everything you do, when the movement of your body goes forward, your head has to go back. Too many guys, especially in pass protection, now you can get away with it in a run game, but in pass protection, you got to be like that little bird where that red fluid pops in and then your head pops up and you put yourself in a good position to be able to strike. Too many guys are too top heavy.
Okay, I want to tell you who it is, but first let me just say I just yayed you because I have no idea what this little bird is.
You
you're
know the little
about.
bird?
None.
You've seen the little bird. Pops back and forth.
Fluid at the bottom and the bird beak, and it's yes, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I just wanted
it's
to,
it's a little tchotchke.
I wanted to flatter.
It's a little tchotchke.
I just wanted to, But
I just wanted to get by. You just wanted to get by that because you're thinking Grunny's talking out of his, what again.
No, it's fine because I'm watching you, so I can see you doing all the
Oh, I'm doing all the punches. Yeah, that's what I explain.
So I've got it all right here in front of me, so I didn't need any help. But if you're driving around in your car, you're like, I don't know what this jackass is talking about. Well, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I think you've done a good job of describing it. Actually, all right. So here's the guy. So if the Chiefs trade back from 9 to 18, or they trade up from 29 to 19, and they draft Caden Proctor from Alabama, then there's no reason that he should not be able to play right tackle right away for the Chiefs, correct?
Absolutely. I'm looking at my breakdown of him, too, and so I see a little bit of that. He should be a day one starter at the right.
Yeah.
He could play right tackle. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's never played left tackle. I didn't see that.
No, he's only played left tackle.
He's never played right tackle.
But if you can play left, I think you can play right.
No, absolutely.
And he's not even he will turn 21 on June 4th. So he's not even 21 years old. He's this big. He's this athletic. I mean, if you hand that to Dave, the O-line coach for the Chiefs,
Andy Heck.
Andy Heck. Sorry, if you hand him to Andy Heck, there should be no excuse. Like this is like when I hear Caden Proctor's not definitely a first round pick, I'm like, pull your head out of your ass.
So what I have is
whoever. It better be some offensive lineman or offensive line coach who's afraid that tells you that because 6'7", 355 pounds, not even 21 years old, has started 40 games at left tackle for Alabama, who threw the ball 62% of the time last year. And you're telling me you can't look at a tape and know that guy can or can't play, or you can't look at the tape and be like, these are the things we need to fix so that this guy can play every down? That's asinine. You're listening to the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Tim Grunhard is here, brought to you by The Plumbing Pro, the ones to know. Sewer, septic, drain installation, and repair. The guys at The Plumbing Pro really dig their work. They can even do the low-impact pipe bursting. This is really important. If you've got like a main sewer line problem, it's underground, and you need it replaced, instead of digging out the yard, digging out the driveway, digging out the sidewalk, they basically thread a new pipe through the old pipe. It basically breaks those ceramic pipes, but now you have a new state-of-the-art pipe where everything works, and they do it without tearing everything out. State-of-the-art, cutting-edge technology, the Plumbing Pro in Kansas City since 1980. The one to know, the Plumbing Pro. Call 816-763-8200 to talk to the experts at the Plumbing Pro.
So Jordan Tyson, what do you think?
Well, we did a mock draft. You might have been driving in from the airport or getting your bag or you doing whatever you do. I know you check when you fly. I don't know what the hell you're thinking there, but
because I had a. Oh, it's a long story. You guys don't care about why I do it. I have a dog that I'm also bringing on the plane. So if I have your
bag and the dog,
and the dog, you only carry two things on. So I got to check.
Is it therapy dog?
It's a therapy dog. Absolutely. Sammy is I'm Sammy's therapy dog because he's shaking half the time during the flight. He's not there for me. Believe me.
Yes, we did a mock draft where we used the simulator, and we ended up taking we traded down from 9 to 11 and got pick 75 to do it, third-round pick. And then at 11, we took Jordan Tyson.
Yeah. No,
I think he's the highest upside wide out in the draft, but he has injury questions.
Yeah, he does. He's a hamstring and everything else, but Patrick Mahomes seems to love him too. So, yeah, next Wednesday, we'll be here. We're going to make all the decisions. We already did our draft last week, so this week talked a little bit about some position guys. So I'm excited to do next week. What are we going to do next week?
Would you like to do the mock draft exercise, and we'll put you on the clock and make you make the picks? Will you come in prepared?
We kind of did it.
No, we'll actually do it where I tell you the picks that have rattled off. You'll need your draft board to cross guys off, and then you make the pick.
Sounds like
and then
a
we'll
lot
do it
of
again.
work. But,
we did this
yeah,
last
it would
year.
take an effort. It would take an effort.
Yeah,
You gonna make it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, how many players have the Chiefs drafted out of Syracuse? Brought to you by LaFetta Delicatessen.